31st on 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Drop your socks and turn off your clocks. 6 o'clock on the dot here on 96.5 The Fan. Bob Fescoe, Mac Morey, Dusty Likens with you. Text on the text line from the 913. Don't stop believing. Any chance we can make a playoff push, Vern? Mac, there's 34 games left, 54 and 74. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
There's a chance, you know.
Hey, they're going for the sweep against the A's. Back-to-back walk-offs, baby.
What are you doing?
Not back-to-back walk-offs. Back-to-back come-from-behind wins.
What are you smoking? Give me some of that. Jeez.
Is there any chance for a playoff push? I mean, the owner declared the season over 10 days ago, you know, when he was on with Vern.
We declared the
season over a long time before that.
Long time ago.
This is akin to spring training baseball. You're playing the A's and the Angels, the two teams in the league that are worse than you. Both have fired their general managers.
And they've won 5 of their last 6. Oh, Mark Kotsay's getting fired, too.
The A's, he's the manager of the A's, right?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. If you're going to go to Las Vegas, you should hire Elvis to be your manager. Wayne Newton's still alive.
I'd die for you.
We are in the season. I think I said this to you the other day, Bob, that where it's like, oh, well, next year this team's going to be good because they're playing baseball that doesn't matter against teams that are worse than them, and they're on a little streak, and they've got 2 players that are really hot and really good.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly
so now
right.
we are in that season, but we are not in the season of playoff push this season. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, slow your roll, man. Put down the J and call it an afternoon or a morning or whatever it is in that type of situation. But no, you're right. Fans get the false expectation, and they look at the roster and the lineup, and you got a couple of wins against the A's and the Angels. And it's like, this is spring training. This is the World Baseball Classic. This doesn't matter at all for what they're trying to do because they pooped the bed at the start of the season. So games like this don't matter. Imagine if they were actually halfway decent and now you had these games against the A's and Angels bottom feeders and you were able to make up ground all year long. And you know, this would be a great playoff push to have these games right now against these teams because I look at this baseball team right now and go, okay, great. Everybody's playing for a job out there right now. And whether it's here or in another organization, because there has to be a lot of changes. Don't get snowballed by this false hope that's going on right now by beating the Angels and the A's. It does not matter.
I think the more disappointing thing is not necessarily like the way that, I don't know. I don't think it's from like the performance. I don't think that's the most frustrating thing. I know that is frustrating that they dug themselves in such an early hole and the inconsistencies of maybe what we thought we should see with the lineup. I think the most frustrating thing is that one of the teams in your division, the Twins, are 63 and 65, and they've got a half-game lead in the third wildcard spot. Like, you could have literally limped your way in, and then who knows what happens. Because I have a theory that Milwaukee's going to be this great team, and they're going to absolutely crap the bed in the playoffs.
I think you're right about that,
We see this every year in baseball where, like, this team is just hotter than magma all year long, and then we do it. We always do this, and it seems like it's so, like, unjustifiable in sports. That's why I think – I don't know. I think it's kind of fun in fantasy football to kind of tie that in where, like, if you – because, Mac, you've probably been a part of this before where, like, your team goes, like, 11-1, and then you play some team that limped in at, like, you know, 7-7 or whatever it is, or I guess that'd be 6-6. They got in because they scored more points than the team that other team went 6. And you lose in the first week of fantasy. But at least in my league, you get your money back if you have the best record.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you get
that's a good way to do it.
Something – because it is a game of chance.
You didn't give that guy down in Springfield the hold, did you?
No, Penn State.
Okay.
But did I jumping the shark on the fantasy football last place people? I saw a video today. The punishment for this one, he had to buy everybody a jersey of their choice. Get bent.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to have to invest in something like that. That's stupid. Dude. Yeah, but also too, though, when you start to look at the Brewers and what may happen in the postseason, and you and I were on with Ben for about an hour before the show talking about all this. The LA situation really does kind of make you wonder, what are the Dodgers going to be like in the postseason, right? I mean, all of a sudden the owner is doing his thing, and maybe all these guys are going to be done at the end of the season. The Dodgers have always been a team, they don't care about the regular season, and they're building themselves for the playoffs. I mean, you look at what they've done roster-wise and how many guys that they have, trading for Chris Bubich just in case, for a postseason type of run for that LA team. So they're going to obviously get into the playoffs. I don't know how they're going to be once the postseason starts because of everything that's going on around them, but this is how they build their team. They don't care. It's like I've always said about the Chiefs until last year. The regular season doesn't matter. You're only judged on what you do in the playoffs, and that's still true for the Chiefs, and it's clearly true for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, they'll win it all. I don't know what their odds are to win the whole thing, but they'll win it all.
Then they'll be sold.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they'll suck. They'll have to sell all those players because no owner, whoever buys that team, zero owners are going to be paying those contracts.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with all those backloaded contracts. That in the new collective bargaining agreement, that needs to be out in Major League Baseball. That is ultimately something that needs to go and something that should not be allowed to take place, because look at what's going on now with the Dodgers. It's not because it's quote-unquote unfair and you're spreading all these out. This guy now can't pay his bills and may have to sell the franchise, and maybe these guys aren't going to get paid on those long-term contracts, because if I'm buying the Dodgers, I don't want to assume that debt of Shohei Ohtani's contract for the next 100 years.
I see OJ, man, and he looks scared.
I mean, yeah, it's always L.A.
Yep, it is. It's crazy.
That Randy Newman's a son of a gun.
Yeah.
Ocean Boulevard. I love it. Although I do wish I was in that video. What a video that is. How about college football, though? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Buccaneers edge Jack Pyburn and 15 others have been granted a TRO for a 5th year of college football. Pyburn posted 2 sacks in Tampa Bay's last preseason game. Come on back to school, man.
So just tell me, and I have no problem with this. Just tell me college is the minors and we can send guys down and bring guys up. Just do it. Just go full bore and do it. This guy's in an NFL training camp, and he's going back to college.
He played a game.
Got 2 sacks.
Yeah.
And he's going back to college. Yes. But still an NFL game.
Yeah, you suited up.
What did I see? There was 33 of these guys now that are going to be granted potentially eligibility to go back to college. What happened to once you leave and you became a pro and you signed a pro contract, you could not go back to college, but now everybody's suing and trying to get back to college? We can't continue to do this. I mean, you can't continue to send guys on their way to the pros and then bring them back to the collegiate level unless you're going to go full force and be a true minor league system for the NFL, where you're going to have the taxi squad and you're going to bring guys back and forth all year long.
Mm-hmm. Somebody in the text says, holy F, Wayne Newton's still alive?
Yeah.
He died years ago. No, he's 84.
He's only 84?
Only.
I thought it is not. Hell, I thought he was 90, 20 years ago.
April 3rd, 1942.
Wow. Okay, I thought he was much older than that.
In fact, if you don't have any plans on September 5th, we could fly out after the show and go see him in Las Vegas at the Flamingo. It's only $64.
That's not bad.
He looks so weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bad.
It's like a robot.
Yeah. Well, it's all the facial work that he's
just
had
say
done.
no to Botox.
I don't know why people think Botox looks good. It's awful.
Yeah, it depends.
I know
it's a wide range, but yes, there are so many bad stories of that. Yes.
Well, I mean, I know that there's there's people that suffer from migraines and they get Botox.
That's different. Yeah.
But the people that get what is it, Lisa Rinna?
Yeah, exactly.
Total babe. And now she looks like a monster.
I don't understand. It doesn't make you look better.
I still think she's great. She's got her own look.
She's fun, but I mean, she's so beautiful, you don't need that.
She used to be,
that.
Yeah, she used to be, yeah.
She's still beautiful.
There's plenty of women that have it or men that have it that we don't know about because they do it the right way. People just get crazy with it.
Yeah, I'm talking about the craziness.
Yeah, Tom Brady's natural.
Yeah, right. Very natural.
This was 6 years ago today.
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
One of the most iconic
That was in
calls.
Kansas City.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
During COVID.
The game was. I don't know where he was during that time, but yeah, that was.
How about that? What a scumbag.
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will
Get that man of faith. Yeah. Okay.
Throw that in there real quick so we
Yeah.
can forgive you.
I like God, and there's a home run. Come on, man. Well, I mean, that was so
That was
weak.
terrible.
I mean, good Lord. I mean, goodbye.
I pride myself as a man of faith, and there's a drive to deep left, and Castellanos has hit a home run.
I mean,
Talk to you
how
later.
many times since then have you seen that on everything, you know? I mean, it's
Well, and then
always-
Castellanos just kept doing
I
it.
know,
He's the
kept
guy,
doing
yeah.
it.
It's like you can't make it up,
No.
dude. It's a huge crash at I-70. There's cops everywhere, and Castellanos has gone left to right.
Right. Yeah.
So he says,
so
what a
bad.
chode.
He really is, yeah. Hey, he's back doing something now. I forget what, but
Minister?
no. He is a man of faith.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I don't know, man. College sports, like we saw that last year, that kid from Arkansas
Yeah.
played in the NBA, came back, tried to play. He played like 2 games, and all of a sudden college basketball, like, all right, man, you can't. We're done here.
We're done here. We're
It's
done
either
doing this.
Alabama or Arkansas. It's one of the 2 schools.
I think it was Alabama, I feel like. But Arkansas
I know it's
rings
SEC.
true because of Calipari. You know?
Well, I mean, I know it's SEC because the kid played against Mizzou, and it was like his second game back, and he was like shooting free throws and just getting booed in Columbia, and everyone's like, I was like, why is this guy getting booed?
Well, he played in the NBA for a couple
Yeah,
years,
I
came
saw
back
that.
to college.
Yeah,
What? He did who? What?
this is not your last class. Like, what do you do if you go back? You just play sports. You don't even have to go to school.
Well, there's a guy who's doing that for one of the universities now playing football. I retweeted it, and he doesn't have any classes this semester. I kid you not. And look at me. You both look at me. What he's doing, he's not taking classes this summer. What he's doing, he's an intern at a driving range.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
What do you have to intern?
That's what I'm asking. An intern at a driving range.
Yeah.
And people get mad when we talk about underwater basket weaving, for classes that these guys are taking. This guy's not even taking classes. He's going to be an intern at a driving range.
Did he already have his credits? Like, did he graduate?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get I just saw his
Because if that's the case, then that's fine. I mean, I remember.
But an intern at a driving range,
Sounds like a hell of a job.
that's one of those things you don't mention. You just say he's going to be interning with a company this fall, and we got him an internship through the school. An intern at a driving, he's going to drive the cart and pick up the balls. Like that's not an internship.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's what we're doing now. I mean, that's where we are at the college level. Back in the day, guys were washing cars at a car dealership in Oklahoma, allegedly, and the Sooners were paying them illegal, kicked out of school, all that kind of stuff. Now, they're just openly saying this guy's an intern at a driving range. Not even at a golf course or a country club where you could learn the business side of things.
And you still have that BS. I mean, a Tennessee safety got suspended 2 games this year because they paid for his dinner or something, and he was going to pay them back. And it was just you still have all of this bull crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules out there that nobody knows about.
And there's also 0 rules.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, to bring this full circle about the Dodgers, this is funny. Says the Dodgers, when it's time to give Shohei Ohtani his deferred money in 2040s, and it's Michael Scott in the episode of Scott's Tots.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly what it is.
Got to figure out how to make money on this. I've got batteries for computers.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Mahomes versus the rest of the league. Pretty impressive. Plus a Hall of Fame quarterback on Patrick Mahomes. We get back here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City, it's Omar Norman Lott. You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football 96.5 The Fan.
Well, it is that time of year where you're going to get ready to book those winter vacations and you're going to get headed out of town for the holidays, and you need to make your parking reservation as well. And you can do that at Park and Go and use their website, bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go is who we use every single time we fly out of KCI. And the best part about Park and Go is everything. They have all covered parking. You get to save money when you prepay at booking, and their customer service is top notch. So make your reservation after you make that flight reservation at bookparkandgo.com. And like I said, prepay, save money. You're good to go. Show up on the day of your flight, and they'll direct you right to that covered parking spot they have reserved for you. As soon as you get there, the van meets you, and it's right to the airport terminal. You don't wait at all. And when you get back, the bus is there waiting for you. So get off that plane, grab your bags, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. So join their frequent Parker program and earn points towards free parking like we do. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Hi, I'm Michaela, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. You found your dream engagement ring. As a jewelry consultant, I recommend to start shopping for your wedding band 6 months before your big day. Don't worry. At Shane Company, we're here to help you find the perfect bands. Our men's and women's bands are crafted to high-quality standards, and it shows in every detail, with a stylish design and comfortable fit. At Shane Company, we'll take care of your engagement ring and wedding bands for life, because a friend wants you to say, I do, to your rings again and again. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Country music's biggest selling superstar, Luke Combs, presents My Kinda Saturday Night Tour 2027, playing at Arrowhead Stadium Saturday, May 15th. With special guests Treaty Oak Revival, Avery Anna, Shenandoah, and Wyatt McCubbin. Luke Combs, live in concert in Kansas City. Get tickets Friday, August 21st at 10 a.m. at lukecombs.com.
Sprained wrist, ankle twist, broken thumb, can't make a fist, busted knee, surgery, that patch of ice you didn't see.
Where pain starts, Jernavix suzetrigine begins. Jernavix is a non-opioid 50 milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain.
Tendon tear, nose repair, tripping on that broken stair, dislocation, operation, moped crash while on vacation.
Do not take Jernavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jernavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Joint displacement, knee replacement, fell on marbles in the basement, ladder slip, broken hip, that rock climb where you lost your grip.
To learn more about Jernavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit Jernavix.com.
Baseball fans, you think you know who's hitting a homer today? Well, FanDuel's giving you a free chance to call your shot with Daily Dingers. Joining the action is easy. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. You got nothing to lose and a lot to gain, and you can make a free pick every day during the MLB season. It's just another reason why FanDuel's the home for home runs. If you're ready to play your game today, join all the action at FanDuel.com/local. That's FanDuel.com/local to play Daily Dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB and 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-210-4471 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-210-4471. That's 800-210-4471. What do you have to lose? Call 800-210-4471. Again, 800-210-4471.
When it's time for a new water heater, trust the team that's been serving Kansas City for 75 years. For a limited time, buy a water heater and get a water filter 50% off. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com.
Hey, it's George Karlaftis from the Kansas City Chiefs, and the guy who never responds in the group chat is definitely Chris Jones.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric on the Missouri side. 35 southbound from 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. Kansas side, 35 northbound, trip from Olathe into downtown, about 20 minutes. Hot water is something you rely on every day for showers, dishes, laundry, and more. If your water heater is showing signs of age or struggling to keep up, now is the time to make the switch. At Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, they've been helping Kansas City homeowners stay comfortable for 75 years with trusted service and expert installations. For a limited time, buy a water heater and get a water filter 50% off. Schedule your appointment today at anthonyphce.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Moving right along on a Thursday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good mooning, boys. Good mooning. Name that movie. Varsity Blues. So, as we gear up for week 2 of preseason football tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN, you get the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders.
There you go.
I mean, I'll watch.
Yeah.
Royals play this afternoon, and then get to watch some meaningless football after that. So, pretty interesting. But they did do a graphic on FanDuel Sportsbook of one of the greatest ever, talking about Patrick Mahomes and how much damage he has done against your favorite team's division. Mm-hmm. He's 36-8 against the AFC West.
Insanity.
Okay.
That's insanity right now. I remember years ago when Ryan was producing the show, and I made a bet with him, and I don't remember how it ended up turning out. I probably owe him lunch maybe, but I said over the next 5 years, I don't believe the Chiefs will lose 5 AFC West games. And boy, we got really, really close to that. I mean, Patrick Mahomes being 36-8 against the AFC West is absolutely insanity.
Against the AFC North, he is 14-3.
Even more incredible because that's your Joe Burrows, that's your Lamar Jacksons, that's your Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, your Browns are involved in that as well, but those are some pretty good organizations there.
AFC East 8-6.
Probably a lot of the 6 or how many of those are attributed to Josh Allen winning the regular season, right?
4.
4 of those,
I believe.
Is it 4 or is it 2? I can't remember. 3 maybe. But either way, it's a big chunk of that number.
AFC South 9-7.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I don't understand. You should be a lot better than 9-7 against the AFC South. That's an interesting one to me.
Can't beat the Titans.
Can't beat the Titans. No, the Titans are really kind of Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite if you think about it. I mean, the first year they won that Super Bowl was that game in Tennessee where they got obliterated on special teams, and the special teams for the Titans that day said, the Chiefs were very predictable. We knew what they were going to do, and that's how they were able to block a field goal or something like that at the end. There was some big play at the end that affected it, and the Titans were like, we knew exactly what they were going to do, so we were able to block that field goal. The Chiefs did not lose another game after that, went on and won the Super Bowl that year.
And they also got boat raced by Tennessee one year.
Yeah,
yes,
they did.
I was at that one. Every Chiefs-Titans game at Tennessee I think I've been to. I think the one that was close that you mentioned.
And then last year, didn't they lose to the Titans at home after Mahomes' injury happened?
Chris Oladokun, yeah. I was at all those games, but one of those games, I can't remember which one, was where an 8-year-old Raiders fan punched me in the nuts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
sitting behind me, cursing me out. Literally 8 years old. His dad's right there, doesn't give a rip.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, you guys are classic Raiders fans. They were telling me how awesome Derek Carr was. He was better than Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
He was great.
Oh, yeah. What year was that?
This is
last year.
Now Derek Carr's on TV telling them how great Patrick Mahomes is because he sucks and he's out of the NFL.
Yes.
Enjoy your Raiders. Here, Raider fans are the worst. They
was
really
just crazy.
are.
I was like, wow,
Low
so this
life.
is just, you're just born like this. Okay.
Yeah, an 8-year-old punching an adult, allegedly, at that time. I don't know if you were an adult at that time.
I mean,
but punching you in the
legally,
nuts,
absolutely I was. Yeah.
Mentally, no, we're still not adults, but I'm almost 50. But I mean, come on, man. Like an 8-year-old, and you're allowing your son to punch somebody in the nuts and not do anything about it.
Didn't do a damn thing.
Great parenting, right
Didn't
there.
do a damn thing.
Yeah, parenting. Right, way to go.
That's crazy.
NFC side of stuff. NFC West, he's 7-2. NFC North, 6-2. NFC East, 6-3. The NFC South, 9-0.
9-0 against the NFC South. Wow, yeah. Get bent.
Love to see that. So just kind of pump the brakes maybe a little bit. Colin Cowherd. I'm sure we can get to that a little bit later because I think he's been hanging out with Steven Spector.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because Spec's been out all week, and I think he's been in Chicago hanging out with Colin Cowherd.
I think
that's
he
where
has.
he's living now, right? Like
Spector or Colin?
Yeah, he's back in Chicago, or he's got a mask on and it's really J-Mac underneath Colin Cowherd's face. But yeah, Mahomes is these. and I always bring this up because we always talk about like how you get into these like goated categories.
Right.
This is one of those.
Absolutely,
This is one of those like where the numbers don't make sense, and then you spend 5 minutes on air talking about it, and it still doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like 36-8 against your own division is nuts. And you've been in the league for 10 years,
Yes.
and you've only started in 9 of them.
Right.
And you're winning against your division, and 8 of those losses, 4 of them came last year? You lost to Denver twice and the Chargers twice?
The Denver one I don't think technically counts because it was Oladokin last year.
Okay, that's fair.
Right?
But he did lose the first time against Denver.
Yeah, right.
Lost the first time against the Chargers in week 1.
Right.
So there's 2
There's
of those
2
8
right
losses.
there. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't remember when I don't remember the other Charger game.
And they lost that Raiders game on Christmas Day a couple years ago.
Right, exactly. That's 3
John
right
Gruden
there.
circled the bus.
Right,
There's
that's,
another one.
That's your 4th, yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy to think that you're 36-8 against your own division.
Right.
Let alone you've won 3 Super Bowls and been to 5, won 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and yet the whole world says you're done.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody wants to write you off, and that's being opportunistic and taking advantage of everything. And I don't want to hear from people that other teams were bad in the division. In life, we always want to make excuses. Well, this guy had this, or this person didn't get that opportunity. In life, we create our own opportunities. Hard work, right? That really does pay off. And so when I look at Patrick Mahomes, I look at all the hard work that he's put in, and all the effort, and all the time, and all the effort that this entire organization's put in. And that's why I'm not going to sit here and go, 36-8, they played bad teams. They still had to go out there and win those games when they were at the top of the division, the top of the NFL, and everybody's gunning for them every single week. There were a lot of hard-fought wins against the Chargers during that time. A couple of hard-fought wins against the Denver Broncos, obviously the blocked field goal game. And all of that took place. So these are hard-fought wins. And the fact that they're doing this on this kind of level, and they have a winning record, Patrick Mahomes does, against every division in football, I think that does need to be celebrated a lot, because Patrick Mahomes is doing what he's supposed to do and then some. And sometimes, guys, doing what you're supposed to do is the hardest thing to do. Oh, you're supposed to win. You're supposed to win. You're supposed to win. And they continue to go out there and do that. And so I love looking at these records, especially that AFC North one, because as somebody in the comments said, the only 3 losses are Joe Burrow, are the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, Patrick Mahomes has had utter domination over this entire league, both in the regular season and in the postseason.
And I think the other thing that maybe comes into an effect of this as well is that we know that there is, the level of trying to win in the postseason is tough, right? Like,
so hard.
We give Josh Allen a bunch of crap, but obviously he's had to go through Patrick Mahomes in his career. Now, last year was like kind of like the open path. It was like, hey, man, all you got to do is just stay between the lines and go forward, and you'll probably be where you want to get. He got off the beaten path last year against Denver and had a couple of dummy-o turnovers, but winning in general is tough in the NFL. And I think that's where, I'm not trying to, sit on this microphone and say, that's weird, sit in front of this microphone and say, hey, we take things for granted and we're spoiled, but sometimes that's okay, right? Like, sometimes, some kids have, all these, benefits because of, maybe their family, and they're spoiled because of it, and they act a certain way. Whereas the Chiefs win all these games and they tell you yeah, it's fun to win these regular season games, but it really only matters in the postseason, yet they still won in the postseason. And it is true to see that wins are hard to come by in the NFL, and to have this sort of record against teams in your own division, let alone teams in the AFC, let alone teams in the NFC, and just be above 500, not only above 500, but well above 500, it's almost laughable, because you look at these quarterbacks that have played about the same amount of time as Patrick Mahomes, and their numbers aren't this good.
No, they're not.
And I think that is part of, the teams that the Chiefs have built and the organization that has put this team in the driver's seat to be successful. And I think that's why last year was such a shock factor when you look at 6-11, because it seemed every year you were 13-4 or 14-3 or 15-2 or whatever it may have been, and then 6-11, and you're like, how did we get here? And you can go back and say, well, this draft wasn't great, and they got a little lazy, and they did these sort of things. And I think last year, and maybe this is a hot take, I think last year was more of a cultural shock to the organization than it was to the fan base. And to the fan base, it was like, what is this we're watching? And obviously the season ends with Patrick Mahomes getting injured, not ends, but like the last part of the season, he gets injured. Travis Kelce decided he's coming back. And, you look at where this year is going, and we're seeing all this sort of stuff. And now out of, when you put all this together, you're looking at it from a perspective of, oh, wow, okay, we don't want to be here anymore. I'm not saying they have to go 14 wins every single year, but man, if you can have a winning record and get into the playoffs, you win in both situations.
But you go 11 to 13 wins every year, you guarantee yourself a spot in the playoffs. I think right now, 11, maybe it's 12 now with the 17 games, but anywhere, somewhere between 11 and 13, if you're winning that every year, it's awesome. And those records that Patrick Mahomes has right now are interesting because imagine if they weren't winning in the playoffs, though, guys. Imagine if it was like the 90s Chiefs where you're putting up these gaudy numbers and doing all this great stuff, October or September through December, and then in January you fail. The best part about the Patrick Mahomes stuff and what makes it even more impressive is that he dominates the regular season. He dominates everybody that he plays, and he's dominated the postseason as well. He's 17-4 in the postseason, and so all of that carries over to the playoffs because we could be sitting here as the Buffalo Bills, right? I mean, imagine what they're having these conversations. Josh Allen probably has similar numbers like that against all the other divisions like Patrick Mahomes does. Yeah. And then you look at his postseason stuff, and you're like, I really don't care about the regular season anymore. You have to now get this done when it matters most, and that's in the postseason, because I know that's the conversations we would be having. And I would be looking at those numbers, quite honestly, if they didn't win championships, I'd be like, I don't care. It's time to take it to that next level. But Patrick Mahomes has already done that for us, right? He's won in the regular season, won in the postseason. He's taken it to the next level. And there aren't many quarterbacks out there that are able to do that because they got a guy like Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady or somebody like that in their way, and they're never able to win these championships. And that's why this is so special, because we have that guy here.
Peyton Manning did it, though. Peyton Manning was 3-2 versus Tom Brady, did win his championship.
Yep, he did.
So no, it's not even like that. I don't know what it's like. It's an anomaly. But yeah, AFC East, Josh Allen 32-14. He's 11-3 versus the AFC West.
Yeah.
He's 10-6 versus the North. He's 7-3 versus the NFC East. NFC North, he's 6-2. AFC South, again, AFC South, 8-8.
That's crazy. Because you know what happens? Nobody takes that division seriously, right? It is.
Also, it's a little underrated.
And also, I'll tell you what is a sneaky little one, too. If you're going a northern team that's going down to Jacksonville, you're not used to that heat in December. It does affect you. There was a stat for a while. The Chiefs went like their entire franchise's existence, I think, until Dick Vermeil got here, before they won a game in Florida in the regular season. I mean, it was bizarre. There was some bizarre streak where they could never win in Florida in the regular season. And I think the first time they won is that hurricane game where they flew down, played the game, and flew back on like a Wednesday because a hurricane was going to hit Miami. And so then that whole thing is, taken on a life of its own. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. The AFC South, though, having the kryptonite over Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes is incredible.
Yeah, it is nuts. They always have at least one good team, and now that division is going to be really, really solid.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting because Patrick Mahomes might hit a couple of milestones this year. Could get his 100th win. He's 95-31 as a starter in the regular season. These aren't playoff wins. He's thrown for 35,939 yards, 267 touchdowns, and 85 interceptions. So, 100 wins, yes. They're going to win 5 games, right?
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. You hope, Meg?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, my God. Yeah.
He's going to get to 40,000 yards passing, right? That's 3,007.
What was he at?
35,939.
So, yeah, he's got to get 4,000 passing yards. Yeah, it's a big year.
267 touchdowns. That's 33 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then 15 interceptions would be 90, or would be 100. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, let's hope that one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
keep that one away.
But he could get his 100th win as a starter, as quarterback. Could throw over 40,000 yards as a quarterback, which 10 years as a starter, 40,000 yards, that's real easy math. That's an average of 4,000 yards a season. And then he could get to 300 touchdowns this year. If he eclipses all of that, is that an MVP season?
Yeah, I think so, especially coming back off the injury, right? And you mentioned the 100 wins. Patrick Mahomes will be the 21st quarterback in NFL history with 100 wins. That's a small number. That tells you, again, how fast this guy has been tracking and how fast this guy is making history and becoming one of the greatest of all time, because there's only 20 other guys right now in the NFL history over 100 years that have 100 wins or more as a quarterback. It shows how good he's been. It shows his longevity as well. I mean, this is a really special person, guys, that as you continue to peel the onion back on Patrick Mahomes and some of this stuff like Dusty just talked about right there, I mean, you just continue to pull stuff back, and it continues to show you how unbelievably awesome Patrick Mahomes has really been. And sometimes we just need to take a step back and appreciate that, because it's wild, the success rate that he's had and where his trajectory is in the course of NFL history.
It's also interesting to see like his playoff numbers. He's played in 21 games, and he's 17-4.
Mm-hmm.
And what? 2 of those losses are Super Bowls. 2 of those are AFC Championship games.
Yeah.
511 of 755. That's a 67.7 clip for completion percentage. Disgusting. 5,814 yards, 46 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions.
It's nuts.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. The other thing about Mahomes, too, is he's the only quarterback in NFL history that has knocked another quarterback out of the playoffs 4 times in Josh Allen. Nobody else has ever done that before. Manning's knocked Brady out 3 times. I think Brady has knocked Manning out 3 times.
Brady got Mahomes twice,
but only twice.
Yeah.
But only twice. I mean, so there's very few quarterbacks in the NFL that have eliminated players as much as Patrick Mahomes has eliminated Josh Allen. In fact, nobody has eliminated anybody from the NFL postseason as much as Patrick Mahomes has eliminated Josh Allen.
And you got to win. And this is what Drew Brees had to say on how hard it is.
We all know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. You got one, but it's hard to get there. Everyone talks about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Bo Nix. Everyone's like, oh, they'll get one day.
Bo Nix.
They're not all going to get one. Is there a guy that you think you're pretty certain will at some point get one?
There are so many good quarterbacks out there. There are so many guys that I enjoy watching. I mean, you mentioned a few. I'll start with Josh Allen. He's certainly a fan favorite. I'm a huge fan of him. I love the way he plays the game. I love the way he's evolved, I think, as a player. You know, when he first came in this league, he was super raw, unbelievable talent, unbelievable athlete. Man, he's really playing the quarterback position at a high level. You can just tell how much his teammates love him, how much the community loves him. He means so much to Buffalo in that market. I would love to see him get one. I was then going to go to Lamar Jackson. I was then going to go to Joe Burrow. Like, I feel the same way about those guys as far as like what they mean to their teams, right? And to those franchises. The problem has been they all got to go through Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? I mean, it's just like, look, maybe what, Peyton had to go through with Brady. How many Super Bowls does Peyton Manning go to if it wasn't for Tom Brady, right? So there's always those epic battles, whether it's the franchises, really it's the quarterbacks,
Yeah, that's one of the biggest misnomers. Tom Brady only knocked Peyton Manning out of the playoffs 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Only 2 times did Tom Brady knock Peyton Manning out of the playoffs. Peyton Manning knocked Tom Brady out of the playoffs 3 times.
Yes.
But we have this perception that every year it was Manning and Brady, and Brady was knocking Manning out of the postseason every single year. But it only happened twice: 2003, 2004, both in the obviously the playoffs, the AFC Championship game the first time, and then I think it was a divisional game the second time that Manning and Brady faced off each other. And those are the only 2 times that Tom Brady has knocked Peyton Manning out of the postseason. So I think that's kind of a crazy stat that people keep throwing up there, but that's how perception works, right? Over time, things that we perceive become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And even Drew Brees is out there like, well, they all had to go, Manning had to go through Tom Brady. He was only knocked out twice by Tom Brady. Josh Allen's been knocked out twice as much by Patrick Mahomes as Peyton Manning was by Tom Brady. But that is an astute comment by Drew Brees. They all have to go through Patrick Mahomes. And so I'm thinking about that. And maybe it's time we start judging quarterbacks differently instead of just on Super Bowls, because if Patrick Mahomes is blocking the way for everybody, according to the Hall of Famer Drew Brees, maybe that's not the way we need to be judging the success of quarterbacks anymore. And maybe, people don't want to hear that, but it's true. If Patrick Mahomes is blocking everybody because he's so good, It doesn't mean everybody else is bad. It just means he's so much more exceptional. Exceptional? What am I trying to say? Exceptional, than we've ever seen before.
This is what I've been saying, man. This is what I've been trying to say. You can't just judge it based off Mahomes and Tom Brady. The wins in the regular season do matter. The norm is to lose in the playoffs. That's the norm.
That's the norm. Yeah,
that is
Patrick
the norm.
Mahomes not normal.
Peyton Manning was losing in the playoffs all the time to not just Tom Brady, to your mentioning. I mean, he was losing to Phillip Rivers. He was losing to Big Ben. He was losing to name your guy. He lost to all of those players. So it is Josh Allen, in fact, is already better than that in my mind because he's lost to Mahomes 4 times. Now, last year, that's the anomaly, and that was really bad, and he does need to pick that up from that. But I completely agree. We cannot just judge based off of the playoffs.
You want to hear who's eliminated Peyton Manning from the postseason before? Tom Brady, obviously, twice. Phillip Rivers did it 2 times. Steve McNair, Jay Fiedler, Chad Pennington. Roethlisberger only once. Drew Brees only once. Mark Sanchez, Joe Flacco, Russell Wilson, and then Andrew Luck. Those are the quarterbacks that have eliminated Peyton Manning from the postseason.
I remember the Joe Flacco one. He threw a
prayer
down the sideline, and so I forget who the receiver was, caught it for Baltimore, and I remember hearing that on the radio driving to my friend's house.
They call it the Mile High Miracle or something, right?
I just remember it's like Flacco throws it down, it's caught. Yeah, and I was like, oh no, Denver's gonna lose.
Didn't they beat Manning and Brady that same year?
That was I just know that was the brother Super Bowl where the lights went out in the Superdome.
Yep.
And then San Francisco miraculously came back. It was like a blowout in the first. It was like 22-6 in the first half. And the final score, I think it was like 34-29 or something weird like that after the lights went out in New Orleans. So either way.
So what happened is Brady started 2-0 against Manning in the playoffs. Then Manning won the next 3.
Brady also got knocked out by Jake Plummer.
Probably, yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Also, quarterbacks going back to college, Cade Klubnik has been granted his TRO.
No.
For a 5th year of college football. Cade is expected to enter the transfer portal if Clemson does not accept him back.
Oh, my God.
The luck factor and a bold prediction. All next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Kyra Stonga, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends over at Heartland Men's Health are saying, hey, guys, it's time. Come pay us a visit. Come see us because we can help you when it comes to erectile dysfunction. Because, as you know, ED can affect far more than your sex life. It can also put a strain on your relationships, impact your confidence, and leave you feeling frustrated, anxious, or even embarrassed. And at Heartland Men's Health, they use advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond pills. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%, and some treatments could even have you last an hour or more. So call Heartland Men's Health today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health, and your initial visit is just $99. That includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TNPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Plus, they have an expert staff available, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hey, the summer's rolling along, and that means the heat's going to stay there, which means you need to cool down with a Surfside. You know what I'm talking about. You go out to the K, you're watching the game, 0 bubbles, 0 troubles in your hand with a Surfside. Grab a delicious Surfside today. It's only 100 calories, and the best part is 0 bubbles. That means there's 0 troubles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game or hanging at the tailgate. Also, ask for Surfsides at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game. You must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Steve here with Connolly Plumbing Solutions, your neighborhood plumber. We're in the Midwest, where tornadoes are real and our water table is high. So we practically tap a well every time we dig a basement. As a plumber, I could tell you that water always wins. This month, we have a sump pump special. $200 off a main pump or $400 off a battery backup system. Protect your basement. If you haven't used us yet, we would love to win you over. Visit ConnollyPlumbingSolutions.com to schedule.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here with Rob Seid at Rob Seid Ford. Rob, I smell a grill. What's cooking?
Kevin, the grills are fired up, and so are the deals. Right now at Rob Seid Ford, it's the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event with the best deals we've had in the past 12 months.
Now that's saying something. What are we talking?
Employee pricing on virtually every new Ford on our lot. plus even more dealer discounts on top.
So how hot do these deals get?
Up to $17,500 off brand new F-150s at Rob Site Ford, plus huge savings on Expedition, Explorer, Bronco Sport, Bronco, and more.
Wow, that's 5 alarm hot.
Exactly, and unlike Kevin's Burgers, these deals are coming out juicy.
All right, I walked into that one.
Shop Rob Site Ford, Kansas City's top-rated Ford store on Google. 4.8 stars and nearly 3,500 reviews.
Rob Site Ford, 135th and State Line, or robsite.com.
Buy right, Rob Site.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Don't wait until the next storm reveals a roofing problem. If your roof is over 15 years old, schedule a free inspection with Century Roofing's award-winning team. With over 36 years of experience and 36,000 roofs installed, we've been voted Best Roofing Company in Johnson County 5 years running and Best in Kansas City 2 years in a row. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com today. KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
This report is brought to you by CM Mosen Son, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services. CMMosenSon.com.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at CM Mosen Son. Coming to terms with a dying AC unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit CMMosenSon.com to schedule your free estimate. CM Mosen Son. License 202919. Terms and conditions apply.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Lee's Summit, US 50 westbound, slowing from 3rd Street up to Chipman. Blue Parkway westbound filling in, approaching Noland. Kansas side, 635 southbound, slow rolling, approaching I-35. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Back at it on a Thursday. Ben Maller coming up in about 30 minutes, and that'll be followed by Mac Morey in one word.
Also, we're bringing back Jay Binkley today.
Yeah. Because we have to, we got to let him know. This is, I believe, what he said about Cyrus Allen.
Despite the Cyrus Allen pick, this draft will receive really good grades.
So, Binkley, in case you need to know.
Despite the Cyrus Allen pick, this draft will receive really good grades.
Okay.
I don't understand why that. So that's why we're going to bring Jay on to figure that out coming up at 8 o'clock. And because somebody said yesterday that Jay wasn't a big fan of the Cyrus Allen pick. Jay said, I don't know what this guy's talking about. So I'm interested to find out because let's be honest here, man. Cyrus Allen in the 5th round, who knew anything about him? No other NFL team did, right? Dude wasn't at the combine. That was kind of one out of left field, but by God, has Cyrus Allen paid off, right?
Yeah, it sounded, going through the audio with Dusty yesterday, it sounded more like, and if Uno Serra's listening, if he wants to come on, it sounded Uno Serra was much more vehement about the Cyrus Allen pick and had other receivers that he liked. Jay Binkley, not nearly as much to say on it.
Right.
And to be fair to Jay on that, and we'll get there when we get there at 8 o'clock, but yeah, of course the grade wasn't going to be as good because he wasn't even invited to the combine.
Right.
So you could interpret that statement many ways.
I'm sure a lot of people looked at the Cyrus Allen pick and went, who's this guy, right? I'm talking about even dudes in the NFL, because that was a pick that kind of came out of left field. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody was expecting him to be there because obviously, but that's where the Chiefs get so much credit, guys, for having a great scouting department to find these guys out there and to make sure that they're not leaving anything unturned. And they're going out there and they're finding a guy like Cyrus Allen. Found a guy like Isaiah Pacheco in the 7th round, who was good for a couple of years, got more than our money's worth out of a 7th round running back, right? And then maybe this Khalil Benson turns into a guy along the offensive line that you can count on to play a multitude of positions for you. And he was an undrafted free agent. I mean, that's the difference between good organizations and great organizations, are those scouts that are able to find these diamonds in the rough, because you can't pay everybody Patrick Mahomes money. You eventually have to find some of these guys and get the most out of the bottom of your roster. And that's what the Chiefs are so far doing this training camp, it seems like.
Well, it sounds like when, we were going through the audio, it sounds like basically they just looked at him as like a return guy.
Yeah.
And they were just basically telling you the draft, they went and got Delane, Peter Woods, R. Mason Thomas, and Emmett Johnson. And then it was like Cyrus Allen, like, well, they got all these like pieces to fix immediate needs. And then it sounds like they were like, well, I guess he'd be like a return guy. I don't really know much more about him other than that. Neither did you, people in Kansas City, of a 5th rounder out of Cincinnati.
And that's the thing. If you're ripping on Binkley, you didn't know who this guy was either, But
that's the job we live.
Yep, it is.
We live that job. We do this. People can say they do or don't envy what we do, but it's, there are takes that I've lived on that, didn't suit well. There's takes that I had that grow and do well. And thank God Jack Caglione turned out to be pretty good. This is funny. I'm sorry I have to say this, but this comes from Coach Silky on X. Pat McAfee is like the flock cameras of sports broadcasting. He's everywhere and no one wants him there.
He is joining Monday Night Countdown, and I did see somebody tweet yesterday the overexposure is going to eventually kill Pat McAfee, and that's the case for any of us, right?
Stale.
It does. It gets old after a while. Every time you turn something on, that person's there, and then you begin to hate that person. That's where Stephen A. Smith is, I think, right now, is that he's on so much and he's in your face so much, you just begin to hate somebody like that. And I don't want Pat McAfee to get into that category, because I love what he's done for this industry. I mean, he's made it better for all of us to show that you can just have fun and do what you want and make it on your own, right? I mean, he's shown that you can make it on your own, and then created this empire that he has out there. So I hope they don't overexpose him. But they fired so many people at ESPN, they may have no choice. We may see McAfee calling the Little League World Series.
Please don't. Because they fired him because they paid the top guys so much money. Either way, luck factors. This is Lindsay Rhodes.
I mean, nobody wants to attribute anything to this, but I think that there was, to a degree, a luck regression. Their 1-score games in 2024, they went 11-0. And last year, in 1-score games, they went 1-7. The point differential was nearly identical to 2024. This is an example of a play here at exactly the wrong time, right? Special teams play, a turnover in crunch time, that one completion that actually just got made, like on one play, or a field goal make or miss or something like that. Like those things that went in their favor in 2024 did not go in their favor in 2025. It was just, they say it's a game of inches. And for the Chiefs last year, that was absolutely the case. So I don't think that their defense looks as good going into this year. They've got some young pieces on defense, particularly in the secondary. They're going to have to step up early on. And I don't know if it's fair to just expect that they will hit the ground running and fill the shoes of Trent McDuffie, for instance. But I do think that they are a team that I would rather bet on than bet against.
Yeah, it's like what we've been saying all year long about this team, right? The regression happened. You saw the luck factor, as she pointed out, regress for the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's why I'm feeling the same way about the Denver Broncos right now, because the luck factor is going to bring them back to the pack. And again, she did a great job of pointing out a play here or a play there. But in the NFL, a play here or a play there is the difference into winning and losing, because the league is so thin on margins right now.
Yeah, the thing that's tough about, taking 2 years ago and then last year and using maybe the common denominator, which is they didn't win the 1-score games, and then the year before that, 11-1 or whatever the record may have been. The problem is that because maybe there's other teams that got better and you didn't adjust, because a lot of people would say that, they just got lazy and stuck with the same patterns of what they did before, which you could say,
why stop something that's working? You know?
I get it, but like also like why stop being innovative? Right?
Yeah,
like why stop trying to stay 2 steps ahead instead of staying even with the pack?
It's interesting you said that because Mac, and I want you to find this. Diane Houston's got it on her social if you want to look for it. Andy Reid gave the introductory of the year address to the Grandview School District the other day.
Oh, cool.
And one of the things that he talked about, and it ties into exactly what Dusty's saying, he goes, you got to learn every day. Every day, make sure you're learning. And I'm listening to that. I'm going, that's Andy Reid as a coach. He's 68 years old, and he has always been learning. And for him to say that to a bunch of educators, you know, in any school district, but he's a teacher at heart, right? Andy Reid went to school to be a phys ed teacher, and obviously things went the way they did, and now he's one of the greatest coaches in the history of American professional sports. But in this conversation, in this introductory address, don't stop learning. And I'm listening to Andy say that. I'm like, that's what he did all this offseason. Andy listened and Andy learned this offseason from everybody else around him because you look at what they did and the changes that they made and the adjustments that they've, gone through with this team. It sure seems like Andy actually is listening to his own advice and going out there and never stop learning. And I thought that was a key thing, and it kind of, parlays into what you're talking about right now with this team.
The other thing that can go into that effect of learning every year is changing up the way that you run things on offense. And, this article at MSN talks about, maybe a bold prediction for the Chiefs as the addition of Ken Walker III in the backfield and a healthy Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs will return to the playoffs. Travis Kelce, however, will not lead the team in receiving for the 8th time in 9 years. Time to share the wealth more often.
Yes.
Need to do that.
Yeah.
And we talked about this the other day, or I brought up the other day of like where Travis Kelce's legacy and his talent at this age can really blossom. And that is, maybe your read one week is Ken Walker running the ball, and then you're looking for Rashee Rice. Then you're looking for, maybe it's Cyrus Allen or Xavier Worthy, and then it's Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Like then it can be okay to lean on your security blanket, or times are tough and you got to ask your spouse or your buddy, for a little loan. At all last, you look to your parents and say, hey, rough month, didn't budget well. You think you could spot me, whatever. That's the way they need to treat Travis Kelce. Like for years, Kelce's been Mahomes' like bank. Like I'm going to go there. I know I can go there. Now it's like, okay, it's time for you to like grow even more. And now you can come to me at all, end all possible. Where I think Travis Kelce can thrive this year is inside the 20. And I think that's okay. And I think that it's not going to be polarizing for most that understand it. But if Travis Kelce this year's average per game is 4 receptions for 52 yards, that's fine. But just be a menace in the 20 yards and inside that red area. And I think that's where he can really thrive. I think we saw that with Jason Witten. I'm not comparing Jason Witten to Travis Kelce, but towards the end of Jason Witten's career in Dallas, it was like when they got inside the 20 to 25 yard line, they were looking for 82. Mm-hmm. And that was his role. And he was good at it for a couple of years. And it lengthened his career a little bit. And I think we can see that with Travis Kelce. I don't think he plays out of this season or after this season, but I think he can be a real dominant force, which is something that coincidentally in 1 year, you're going to correct 2 things that you've kind of been a plague of. And that is running the football and being able to believe that you can run the football to other teams, and also being some sort of a threat inside the red area.
Yeah, there hasn't been that for a while. And, inside the 20s was always like kryptonite for this organization. Mm-hmm. It's like, what are we going to do? But now you're right. You've got the running back. You've got many options. Inside the 20 should be a lot better as well. But I don't think that's a bold prediction. I think that does have to happen. I think it has to be Rashee Rice or Cyrus Allen or Xavier Worthy, anybody other than Travis Kelce. I'd love to see be the leading wide receiver this year because it helps Patrick Mahomes also take that next step in his career.
Yeah, sadly for Kelce, he will be on the field all the time because this team has not done any due diligence on getting any tight end that's worth a crap other than Travis Kelce. So,
what about your boy?
I love Jake Briningstool.
What about Jared Wiley?
Yeah.
Noah Gray?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
BBL Stinky.
You don't think we'll see the 13 personnel a lot this year?
I don't know because we don't have any tight ends that can block. I mean, other than 36-year-old Travis Kelce. No, they've got nothing. Sam Laporta, free agent next year. Luke Musgrave, free agent next year. There's a couple of guys.
Wouldn't that be ironic the year that they let Felix and DK Zama go, they go and sign Sam Laporta, which they could have gotten if they didn't. Okay, I'll leave that alone. Coming up on the other side, another catch, another highlight, and, well, I'm proud of my fellow Kansas Cityans for the tweet I made yesterday here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Marcel Delane, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, man, when your joints hurt every single day and you're thinking, like, what can I do about this? And you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like that's the only option. But I want you to remember, do your homework. Once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from my friends over at QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation that you need to have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they used regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients right here in Kansas City. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. And the whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before you make a decision that can change your life. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
This is Danon Hughes. In Kansas City football, we honor tradition, but we always look forward to what's next. That's why I'm all in for Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, clean, and full of flavor, just the way a light beer should be. It's got the legacy and the stats to back it up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Danon Hughes. D.G. Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-559-4141. That's 800-559-4141. 800-559-4141.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's Brian Baldinger. Next starts now with the Road to Kickoff, brought to you by Hyundai. Chicago is looking to translate high potential talent into consistent wins this year. If their dynamic playmaker under center takes the next step he's capable of, this group will be tough to beat come January. Now let's see if those cardiac kids can level up even more this season. Next starts now with the Road to Kickoff, brought to you by Hyundai. Get the Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on now. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
J. Rieger & Co. Straight Bourbon Whiskey, winner of Best Craft Bourbon at the 2025 Ascot Awards. At 90 proof, it's rich, well-balanced, and oh so good. Quality crafted in Kansas City. J. Rieger & Co. Oh so good. Quality crafted in Kansas City. Chiefs coverage is brought to you by New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola.
Spring hail means big savings at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. Save up to $15,000 on hail damage new and used vehicles, plus all factory incentives. But this hail of a sale won't last long. New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. You always pay less in Paola.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
96.5
Northland 29 southbound, heavy from 152 down to Barry with an accident reporting. Kansas side, K10 westbound, heavy past Woodland over towards K7 with the lane blocked. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Futures Week starts August 31st with everyone's NFL predictions. This is Kansas City's FM sports station. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Better believe it. It would take big nuts for someone to do what I asked on Twitter yesterday. As Mac Morey and fantasy football continues this year in 2026, starting this Sunday.
Yeah.
So I know your drafts are coming up. Remember, you can take all of your drafts to Maloney's, The Landing, and the Sand Trap. And any special they offer those days, you can take advantage of with your fantasy drafts up there. Well done, text from the 402. The Royals coming back to beat the A's will never get old. No, it won't. As John Rave last night was the hero. Thought that was great. They intentionally walked Bobby Witt Jr. to load the bases. The right move, right? Bobby Witt Jr., John Rave. Well, I'll take my chances. Double down the line, bases clearing double. Bobby goes from first to home, and by the time the ball got into the glove of the right fielder, Bobby was already rounding third. Freak. But somebody that might be a freak and is looking more and more the part is, again, Cyrus Allen. Is a continued conversation of this young man out of Cincinnati, the 5th-round pick, or the Jaden Daniels round pick of the Chiefs this year. Just an insane catch yesterday. Mansour Lane ran a 4.38, by the way, for those of you that are keeping track of 40-yard times. Cyrus Allen yesterday with that catch. I'm driving home. Almost sitting to Alex and Cody up in St. Joe for their last show, Tier. And Alex talks about it. He's like, Cyrus Allen just made this catch. It's probably going to go viral. It's really a nasty catch. And I'm like, I wonder what he did. You know, I'm hearing from the radio. They're doing a good job of describing it. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's going against Mansour Lane, got on the outside, one-handed snag, brings it in. I'm like, all right, as soon as I get home, I go find it. It's everywhere. And this is like, what, part 3 of What If about Cyrus Allen?
I don't know, part 27 maybe.
Yeah. But again, like let's have a serious conversation of what we only have to go off of. That was the 6th overall pick in the draft. That is the Chiefs' dude. That was Mansour Lane, right? Like that, I get it. Maybe he's not in full speed yet because he hasn't been practicing the whole time. But again, like that's the 6th overall pick against a guy who went in the 180s.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. It was a perfectly thrown ball, man. Like
sure.
who threw? Was that Mahomes that threw the ball? Or because I don't know who threw that ball.
It was Pat.
It was Pat. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't have placed the ball any better. And the tracking that Cyrus Allen had on that ball the entire time, looking up, and Delane was right there. I mean, that was a perfectly thrown pass. You could have had Deion Sanders covering that guy. I mean, I think that catch was great. But my God, I don't think we're talking enough about the ball placement of Patrick Mahomes on that play.
But the question now is, because I know, doing this job Monday through Friday, you've got two sides of a text line or two sides of Chiefs fans that are, one, let's pump the brakes, and the others are, I get to a point to where like there's enough proof in the pudding, right? To take a cliche statement. And I don't know if that was the one. Right? Like we saw the catch in the preseason game. You're like, oh, he jumped up and caught it. That's an athlete play. Okay, cool. That's fine. Your standards are much higher than mine. I thought that was a really good play when you dive into all the different aspects that were that play. And then yesterday happens. That was a really, really good play, obviously, from Mahomes and Cyrus Allen, because we went back to yesterday where Cyrus Allen's going to have to do things where Mahomes may not be in the game, but he's going to have his eyes to have the test to be like, okay, I can trust that. I know I can get that ball there. That is your number one corner. That is going to go against number one wide receivers, the Jamar Chases, the Justin Jeffersons, the JSNs. That's what he's going to do. That's not what Trent McDuffie necessarily was. I feel like that's correct. And Mansour Lane He did get beat. And corners are going to get beat in this league because there's just freak athletes today in the world of sports. But that was one of those things where I'm like, is that the highlight catch that people start to think like, okay, maybe these guys that, talk about the Chiefs in training camp where it doesn't matter, like maybe they're starting to make a little bit more sense because that was an NFL play.
It was.
That was, and we haven't yet to see that. Now, again, that's friendly fire. Maybe Mansour's moves. Maybe you have a little bit of an uptick in like where you need to be. But he beat him to the outside. He caught it. He tracked it. And I'm wondering if is week 4 the answer? Because that's been Mac's take, and I think it's a great take. If he's doing stuff that continues to make us go ooh and ah, and we get to week 4 and he's having these type of numbers, and you go into the bye and you're like, all right, now I'm all in. And I think that's totally fair. But let's say Monday Night Football, he mosses Pat Surtain Jr., then what?
Yeah, I think right now, though, I look at that play. I don't think Delane got beat at all. I think it was just a perfectly executed play by Cyrus Allen and Patrick Mahomes. I would look at Delane and go, that's where I want you every single time. That ball came right down, right into his, it is such a spectacular throw. It is such a spectacular job by Cyrus Allen to track that. And Delane is right there the whole time. Everything was perfect on that play. And sometimes you just tip your cap and go, damn, that was unbelievable. I am still more impressed by the throw that Patrick Mahomes had. And I don't know that I've ever seen perfect ball placement like that in my life. I mean, it was just right there in stride, just looking up right there in his head. I mean, it was.
Yeah, he tracked it for 20 yards in the air. It was awesome.
I mean,
it was a perfect throw.
I've never, you couldn't have gotten closer if you were Delane, who's wearing oven mitts as well.
He definitely got beat.
Yeah, he got beat.
He got beat.
I disagree.
You watch that again, brother. He's 2 strides behind him.
He's wearing oven mitts as well on that play, so he doesn't have the ability to use his hands.
Which is good. He needs to work on that.
I think every defensive back should wear oven mitts in preseason. I'm not kidding. I saw that yesterday, and I'm like, I do like that. I love that idea. That's why Dave Merritt's one of the better defensive back coaches out there, maybe the best of all time. But I mean, you're holding back your guy first of all because you got these stupid oven mitts on his hands. But man, I mean, everything had to be perfect on that play. If that ball was thrown just a little bit differently, it probably isn't a complete pass. I just think by saying Delane got beat on that play, we're taking away from what Patrick Mahomes did in that perfect ball placement and coming off the knee injury and all the negative stuff and all the, he doesn't have the deep ball anymore. He hasn't had the deep ball since Tyreek Hill. Hasn't had the deep ball. He showed everybody yesterday he's still got the ability to place that deep ball. That's the pass that should have everybody pooping their pants around the NFL going, holy crap, on one leg he dropped a dime to that guy. We thought that play was out of the Chiefs playbook. It's back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're underselling Delane more than you're underselling Mahomes. I mean, the release off the line of scrimmage, he was beat right off the rip. And yeah, Mansour Delane had some good catch-up speed, but yeah, I mean, no, that was a fantastic release from Cyrus Allen, which is what we're seeing from him, the quickness to be able to beat a corner.
Let me ask you a question. Does Xavier Worthy make that catch?
I mean, I think we're a little too down on Xavier Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy can make that catch.
If he's running that play and he gets open like that and that ball is thrown and
but does he get open like that off the line of scrimmage? That's the real question.
Well, how many people
cannot make that
how
move?
many people can do that in the NFL right now? I mean, watching him off the line of scrimmage,
zero.
No, but in the league, I mean, I'm watching him off the line of scrimmage, and
he's really good.
When you watch a tape and something just stands out like that, it's better than what you're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're watching that guy off the line of scrimmage. And okay, that's speed. That is legit speed. I'm over the talk of Tyreek Hill. That guy, we don't need that guy. We have Cyrus Allen now, and we've got Xavier Worthy now. Tyreek Hill. Sorry, pal. We got younger versions of potentially what Tyreek Hill could be. At least maybe one in Cyrus Allen. And I'd rather see him get time than Tyreek.
And we've got Ben Maller coming up next here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Emmett Johnson, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are doing great jobs all over Kansas City, and they want yours to be the next. If you want your yard to be the best yard on the block, then it's time to call my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And maybe you've got a big yard, and it's got weeds everywhere, and you've got trees, and the roots are doing some stuff to your yard that you don't like. Look, Do what I did and say, I quit. Call Aspen Lawn and Pest Control and let them do it for you, because they're going to get the job done right the first time, because they're college-educated professionals that know everything there is to know about growing the perfect yards right here in Kansas City. And when you drive around town, you'll see those iconic blue trucks everywhere. Look behind those trucks, and you'll see the nicest lawns on the block. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it since 1985. And the pest control side of stuff is awesome as well, because now we can enjoy our yard with the mosquito dome over the top. Keeps the mosquitoes out, the ticks out, the fleas out, makes the yard safe for people and for our dog as well. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
The best football contests are back out in Las Vegas with Circa Sports. $30 million in guaranteed prizes, no rake in any of the three contests. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Or Circa Survivor, you pick one winner each week, the last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Lawman, jungle law.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman.
The lawman gets results of the law.
If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the Lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin filed in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisement.
Country music's biggest selling superstar, Luke Combs, presents My Kinda Saturday Night Tour 2027, playing at Arrowhead Stadium Saturday, May 15th. With special guests Treaty Oak Revival, Avriana, Shenandoah, and Wyatt McCubbin. Luke Combs, live in concert in Kansas City. Get tickets Friday, August 21st at 10 a.m. at lukecombs.com.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear.
It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples. That was easy. Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Hey, it's Gold, and football season is here. And when we think about football in Kansas City, it's all about the tailgating. And you know what can make your tailgating even better in an ultimate tailgate? It's the fact that that tailgate involves a Ford. Football's better in a Ford. Home games, tailgates, Friday night lights. You have the F-150, the Bronco, Explorer, and Super Duty, all built for game day. And right now, big savings and a huge selection are waiting. So don't sit on the sidelines. Quit your wishing and get your next new Ford at Shawnee Mission Ford. You can shop anytime at ShawneeMissionFord.com. They also get a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty that will cover your new Ford for as long as you own it. That's a special warranty you can't get from other Ford dealerships because it far surpasses the standard manufacturer's warranty provided by Ford. So go to ShawneeMissionFord.com, shop for a new vehicle today, make football season better, and go see Kainoa at Shawnee Mission Ford, part of the Midwest Ford Dealers, a proud sponsor of the Chiefs.
What's up, KC? It's Drew Tranquin. The team I hated losing to most in college was undoubtedly USC.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Northland inbound I-29 before Barry with an accident. Slowdowns back through the 152 interchange now. And then 169 highway southbound off again on again sluggish from about Briarcliff down to the airport exit. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
It is time to talk to our guy, Ben Maller of Fox Sports Radio. Of course, you can catch him overnights right here on 96.5 The Fan. And, Ben, you're in the belly of the beast, my man. Like, the major story in sports, baseball may get turned on side of its head. The NBA may get turned on the side of its head because you got an owner out there in L.A. who can't pay his bills. My God, sports is about to change, Ben.
Yeah, hey, I'm in it, man. I'm like, I feel like I'm working at CNBC. Like, I'm not that savvy with finances, but apparently neither is the guy that owns the Dodgers. This is unbelievable what's been going on, and it's just next. Every day I wake up and there's something that's absolutely bananas about this guy, Mark Walter, and the group that owns the Dodgers. And like, he woke up one morning and realized, wait a minute, the walls are caving in here. This is not going the way it was supposed to go. And it's going to be absolutely fascinating to see how this plays out. He is going to need the ultimate guardian angel, Mark Walter, with unbelievable amounts of money to dig himself out of this, because the people that want the money, the federal government, they generally do, they're not very kind to you if you don't pay them your tax money. And he has not been paying the proper amount of taxes on these businesses in layman's terms, for like it's several years he was getting away with this. And so he's trying to sell everything and keep the Dodgers, from what I understand. That's like the team he wants to keep. He sold the Lakers. He's in the process of selling the soccer team he owns part of. There's some racing stuff that he owns. Like, everything has to go except the Dodgers. And then you wonder, guys, if he's able to pull this off, Mark Walter, and keep the Dodgers, what's left? Like, is he going to be able to spend the money that he's been spending, and then are the Dodgers going to have to go back and be just a middling team again? So it's fascinating.
Well, how's it going to affect baseball? I mean, we're facing a work stoppage, a labor situation in baseball, and the team that everybody wants to bring down, the Dodgers, they're at the center of all of this. So how do you think this impacts all of baseball going forward?
Well, it's a big mess because it's going to change. The Dodgers have all this deferred money for like the rest of my life. They'll be paying these people millions of dollars in deferred money, and so everything, I guess, has been, as you've read and heard the same stuff, just try to stop the Dodgers. Like, the whole work stoppage is really, we got to stop the Dodgers. Well, what if the Dodgers stop themselves? What if, well, actually, the federal government, the SEC, not the Southeastern Conference, they stop the Dodgers? Well, then you don't have to stop the Dodgers. So then what do you do? You know, if the Dodgers are stopped by the feds, then what's the next issue here? So it is going to be, obviously, something to keep an eye on going forward here. And, the Dodgers are like, well, publicly, everything's fine here. And privately, they're like, oh, boy, we've got major. To think you bought the Lakers, this storied franchise, like this great treasure of basketball, and you sold it within a year. In a year. Like, you woke up one morning, and it's like that day Bernie Madoff I saw the Bernie Madoff documentaries, and that he realized, wait a minute, this is all falling apart. The roof's caving in. You're like, we can't get out of this. And, we're not quite there yet with Mark Walter because, we don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes. But from what has been said, it's pretty deep. Like, it's getting down to the core of the earth. So it's wild to think they were able to pull this off. And a lot of people here in L.A. have been talking about this guy named Bruce McNall, which younger people have probably no idea who he is. This guy owned the L.A. Kings. He brought Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player ever, to L.A., and it was all based on fraud. Most of it was fraud, and he went to jail. And I remember when I started, I was a young lad in radio, and a lot of this, he was very tight with the celebrities in L.A. He was at rich people jail, which is not real jail. It's, or prison, rich people prison. He was at this place in Santa Barbara, and it was such a light, low security prison. They used to play softball on the weekends, and you'd see all these celebrities drive up to Santa Barbara from LA to watch Bruce McNall playing a softball game. That's how crazy that story was. And you wonder if Mark Walters, going to end up in there. At this point, though, it's pretty much sell everything as long as you don't go to jail, right? Just keep me out of jail. I'll sell everything.
Yeah, in fact, that guy that was the owner of the Kings, he was cooking spaghetti and meatballs with Ray Liotta, cutting garlic at the same time. No, I kid. Yeah. So I do find this interesting because I think this LA story is fascinating. And Ben, maybe I'm wrong here. I love analogies. It kind of seems like your couple's friend or friends that are married and everyone thinks they're just happily moving along, and every time they show up to the party there's smiles and they bring the snack, but man, really that marriage is doomed, and the real people know about it, and I feel like that's where the Dodgers are headed.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way today. We'll see if something changes here, and if somebody steps in, maybe the Saudi wealth fund will bail out Mark Walters. I started to think, seriously, I was coming to the radio station the other day, and I was like, who's possibly rich enough to bail out Mark? We're talking about billions of dollars, and there's only a few groups that would be even willing to do that. One of them would be the Saudi wealth fund, who got endless amounts of money and all that. But the Dodgers from the outside, everything looked great. And there were people concerned. I'm sure you guys heard the same thing. This is never going to end. The Dodgers are going to win every World Series for the next 20 years, and they're going to be the greatest team. And then all of a sudden, well, not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso said back in the day, because now you got this mess and the Genie Bus family drama, which we haven't even really touched on yet. That's going on behind the scenes. It is that HBO show Succession. It's living out in real life in pro sports, and it all happened the same exact week, and everything's related because everyone's in bed with each other, all these rich people. What a world. What a world.
What a world, Ben Maller. It's going to be awesome to see this thing play out, and I'm sure we'll have conversations as the weeks move on about this crazy stuff that's happening out there in LA. But I mean, here we are now, week 2 of 3 of preseason football. We're entering that tonight. Have you changed your perception on any teams based on anything that you're seeing in preseason so far?
Well, I read online that the Rams now have their next franchise quarterback because of the game against the Chiefs. But no, I have not made any firm decisions on anything. I have watched more than I always say I'm not going to watch these games, and then I end up getting suckered in and watching a bunch of these and flipping around and whatnot. But I mean, if you want to make knee-jerk reactions, Tua Tagovailoa will be back in Hawaii surfing by week 6. He will not be the quarterback in Atlanta. We've made that decision. Shadur Sanders will dedicate his life to TikTok fully after that interception he threw against the Bears for the Browns. So that will happen. The Seattle Seahawks secondary is so bad they considered signing a guy who was about to go to prison for life, conceivably. So they're going to suck.
Mark Walters?
I love all these knee-jerk reactions. Why not? They're great.
Can I ask you this? Because I know that I'm starting to see a little bit more in the tabloids via X. Is L.A. getting tired of the Aaron Donald stuff? Like, all right, man, come on. Are you going to do it or not? I'm tired of the tease.
No, I don't get that sense. It's like background noise, and I think the consensus has been he definitely didn't want to go to training camp, and he wants to play. However, he's not sure if he wants to play the whole season. It's pretty much been in a holding pattern. Like when you're waiting for you're on the plane, you're waiting for the gate to open up. It's like, well, the gate won't open up. And it's, well, why is the gate not opening up? Because he won't make the official decision. So, but people are just focused on all this other stuff. Like with the Dodgers, the Lakers, the Clipper thing is crazy too, with their owner being apparently allowed, if you believe that report, to pay off the players under the table and stuff. So, yeah, it's like they're not really concerned. I think once the season begins, I'll tell you, Dusty, if the Rams, they're playing in Australia to begin the year, if they go out there and drop a nothing burger against the 49ers and their defense sucks for some reason, they'll be like, why is Aaron Donald not there? Oh my God, we need Aaron Donald. So it's one of those things. But right now it's like, you're paying attention, but you're not too worried about it.
I mean, this has to be the greatest time of your life in LA sports. Am I wrong about that? I mean, this is all sports, but it's not sports because it's like people going to this is a giant documentary. Like, when I'm your age, and don't feel offended by that because that's only like 10 more years, when I'm your age, I can't wait to have a bowl of chips, socks on, robe, watching What If I Told You LA went from winning 5 championships to spending 15 years behind the bars. Netflix.
No, hey, I agree. I love, I'm pretty easy though, Dusty. I don't care whether the scandals are in my backyard or they're far away. I enjoy a good scandal. You
thought OJ was good.
Yeah, OJ. Well, I lived through that. I was the OJ one. There have been a lot of, in terms of scandal, I would think LA is like near the top for scandal.
Oh, it's by far near the top. I mean, it's better than New York could ever be when it comes to the scandal with all the celebrities and everybody living out there.
Well, it is good, but I mean, I'm just saying, like I can appreciate a scandal pretty much anywhere. Whether it's the Mets were tied in with Bernie Madoff. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, that's why they're still paying Bobby Bonilla, because they thought that was a good deal. Madoff just couldn't pay him.
Yeah, I remember when the Astros played in Enron Field, and
that's right.
That didn't go so well for them. But all these things are just to me they're fascinating, and it's it's cool. It's all right here, centralized. The Clipper thing is next level because I had heard. I don't know if I told you guys. I've said it on my show. I had heard from people I know around the NBA, like they don't want to punish the Clippers because it's kind of standard that there's the top 1 or 2% of guys get a little extra under the table. So if they punish the Clippers really hard, they'd have to punish the other teams. And that's what I'd heard. Sometimes you hear things, you're like, oh, that's not true. They'll punish them. And then that ESPN, who's in bed with the NBA report came out. You're like, whoa. No, right. Like there's the NBA ruled a couple years ago you're allowed to do that. Like that's crazy.
Do you think there's a sports fan out there that just now still thinks all this stuff is real?
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I don't think they listen to sports radio though. I'd like to think they don't, but maybe there's some person, some sweet spirit somewhere in the back there that's just got blinders on and earplugs in and just thinks everything's on the up and up. Well, when college sports, the NIL stuff. Remember, how many people complained? Oh, the purity of college sports. John Wooden was paying people off in the '60s at UCLA, and that's how they built that dynasty in Westwood. And people still thought when they started NIL, oh, it's going to ruin college sports. The guys have been paid for my entire life and before I was alive. What are you talking about? Come on.
It's funny. I saw somebody over the weekend, and that was tied into some high-level college athletics, and I mentioned a name. I go, that guy would be fine today, and the reaction of just laughing and all this stuff is like, it's true. All this stuff that people got busted for is now kosher today.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like, most of the country, people for years went to jail for marijuana. Now, you can go down the street most places, and there's a shop that sells it. But back in the day, things change and evolve, but it is.
And Shoeless Joe Jackson got kicked out of baseball, and then on the Field of Dreams wall, they have MGM. BetMGM. So.
Oh, I know. It's just, you can go on and on. It's an endless merry-go-round that doesn't stop, and I kind of like it, though. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It is a good time.
And who's winning the Super Bowl?
I want to know who wins the Pro Bowl. That's what I want to know.
Who's winning the Pro Bowl? Ben, enjoy week 2 of the preseason, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor.
You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
It's one word time, brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. There are 3 great local spots that have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere to watch your favorite sports teams. From the Royals to preseason to the Advent Health Championship that starts today at Blue Hills Country Club. By the way, in case you didn't know, Blue Hills Country Club, Sand Trap, 2 minutes apart.
Yeah, right there.
So you get to the tournament, you've had a day, and you're hungry. Why don't you cruise on down to the Sand Trap and get yourself some lovely dishes to eat out there. But today, if you go to the Landing, $8 cheeseburger and fries, happy hour from 3 to 7, live music on the outdoor patio from 7 to 10. And fellas, I don't know if you looked at the 10-day forecast, pretty good. Pretty good. low 80s.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Hell yes.
So,
Let's go.
Also, don't forget, if you have a fantasy football draft, make sure you go to those 3 locations. They will serve you, and those specials will be valid during those times that they are available. Obviously, if you went today and did your fantasy football draft at the Landing, $8 cheeseburgers and fries. And don't forget, the Blue Hills Country Club is hosting the Advent Health Championship for the Corn Ferry Tour. I'll be out there Sunday with our guy Wags. And then I'm going to cruise over to the Sand Trap and get me a little pizza.
Nice.
As you should, too.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys one word to start, okay? Do you guys get push notifications?
For a few things.
For a few things, right? So I guess I don't. I don't want, it just bothers my mind, right, to get notifications on the phone. So I turned it off, but somebody put up there, and if it's true, it's great. If it's not, ESPN apparently sent out a push notification at 10 o'clock last night. Mm-hmm. New Oklahoma State football coach Eric Morris shoots and kills an armadillo in his yard.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that necessary to send out ever, let alone at 10 o'clock at night?
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile, and I like the taste.
Ugh.
I mean,
erroneous is what I would say.
If Eric Morris shoots and killed, oh my God, was he being robbed or something, right? Like if there was something, an armadillo?
How did he penetrate that armadillo shell? We'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. Like, what if a lion showed up to his door and he shot a lion or something like that? I'd be
very upset.
All right,
what would you do if a
fire.
lion showed up to your door?
Stop.
Go inside.
Call Robin Williams or roll a 5 or an 8 in Jumanji.
Call Maloney.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's rapid fire these boys. Head coach Andy Reid said this when he was asked about retirement. Quote, I know I'm on the downhill of it, so I enjoy it. One word.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly right. You got to look at it that way. He's got, 2 years left on his contract right now. Nobody's pushing Andy out the door. But, father time.
Reality.
Chiefs assistant GM Chris Shea, this was him yesterday talking about creating cap for regular season.
We feel good about where we're at. Obviously, the rules change a little bit when the season starts. Certain things come onto the cap that aren't there now. We have a plan to create ample space for us to be able to operate with those charges that come on and create some flexibility. We have lots of avenues to create more flexibility and more cap space. We may take advantage of some or all in the next few weeks, but we certainly have the ability and likely will create some cap space to get us into the regular season.
Normal. I mean, you got to have room to maneuver in case somebody goes down with an injury.
My one word would be future.
Mm-hmm.
Never know. Might need a corner, might need a defensive lineman. You don't need Tyreek Hill.
That's like horseradish.
Correct.
How about this? Mansour Delane getting some love from Ocho Cinco. Chad Johnson on Twitter. I don't know if Mansour Delane has a Twitter, but someone please tell him I see him. He's one of them ones that makes your job easier as a coach. One word.
The word that I'm going to use is spectacular, because when you have a guy that played at a high level like Chad Johnson, he's a borderline Hall of Famer, but there's so many wide receivers ahead of him that still need to get in. He's probably not going to get in.
No way.
He definitely is borderline. His numbers were better than I ever thought. But, he's out there talking about that and seeing Mansour Delane and saying good things about that. That's a guy who had a pretty good career in the NFL. I love stuff like that. That means more than what we say.
My one word would be respect. Or, game respects game. So respect, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is some maybe unmerited respect here coming from Ryan Michael, Pro Football historian, statistician. Through 2 seasons, Bo Nix has produced more total offense in wins than any player in NFL history, 5,809, breaking Dan Marino's previous mark of 5,703. One word.
Baseball. That's your analytics right there, trying to put a lipstick on a pig right now. Anybody who does the first 2 years of a career is trying to find something that somebody is better at than Patrick Mahomes, and they know Mahomes didn't play his first year, so they always go with your first 2 years in the league, and that's why Mahomes never gets that. So that's the only way people can be ahead of Patrick Mahomes in categories.
Micro would be my one word. Micro.
Yeah, to go back, erroneous. Taylor Witt had a great tweet on that. He said first 2 seasons, so goofy, guys, start mid-season, all these things. He did 32 career starts, and then you get Kurt Warner and Patrick Mahomes, Dan Marino, Lamar Jackson, and the same stat. Yeah, Bo Nix ends up being 14th when you do it first 32 career starts. Has nothing to do with analytics. Has nothing to do with analytics.
It absolutely does. They're taking out numbers and telling you that Bo Nix is good when he isn't. That's analytics in a nutshell.
Yeah, we don't got time for that, but it is not. Matt Ishbia borrowed money from J.P. Morgan to complete the $4 billion purchase for the Phoenix Suns. He's the Phoenix Sun owner of the last 3 or 4 years only. He had to put up $4.6 billion in his company's stock as collateral. The stock is now down 70% since that deal closed.
Yeah,
One word.
Dodgers. I mean, this is scary, too, because this guy's family's in line to buy the White Sox when Jerry Reinsdorf goes. He's kind of partners in the White Sox now. And so what's happening in sports, man? We got a lot of this BlackRock stuff that's going on with these private equity groups that are investing into sports. That's what's going to kill sports.
Brutal is my one word.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. Silver.
Yeah.
This is your fault.
No, it's sports. This is what's happening in sports. We're watching it in baseball right now. We're watching it in basketball right now.
This was not going on in basketball until the last few years with the new CBA. Adam Silver has created this.
Well, no, what's created is the amount of money that people are trying to make off of this stuff and the money that they're trying to sell. And guys are getting into this stuff that are overextended and think they're going to be able to pay the bills. And then they get way too deep into it and they don't have the money to pay the bills on this kind of stuff.
16 players now have been granted a fifth year for college football. Multiple of these guys have played preseason games, have been in mini camps. One word: stupid.
Lost. Like we're losing the touch.
Yeah. These are the NFL markets that spend the most on merchandise. Kansas City, number 1, Buffalo 2, Philadelphia 3. All the way down to 10 being Jacksonville. One word?
I mean, normal. Kansas City loves wearing Kansas City stuff. You never even need to look at an airport where the Kansas City flight is. Just look at all the Heart KC shirts. Just go right there. I mean, I don't know another city that loves itself as much as we do. So, yeah, that I'm not surprised at all by that. I would have been shocked if we weren't number 1.
Is Super Bowl one word?
No.
Okay, well, now it is, because that's why. Because you win 3 Super Bowls, right? You're going to buy the merchandise. You're buying the booklet. You're buying the football, the shirts, the hats, all that sort of stuff.
But I mean, really, let's start with the Royals in 14 and 15 when everybody was wearing Royals gear everywhere you went, and then the Heart shirts came out, and everybody's wearing those. Like, really, the Royals kind of started that in 14 and 15 with everybody wearing the gear everywhere, and now it's just exploded.
Because I don't think the Heart shirts are part of the merch.
No, but they're Kansas City merch.
Right, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would say winning would be also the reason why. Like everybody wants part of that, they want that juice. They want the Super Bowl patch on the jersey and all that sort of stuff.
Juice all over the place.
He comes up in about 20 minutes to defend his case. That is one word, brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. There are 3 great local spots with great food, great drinks, great specials, and TVs everywhere to watch your favorite sports teams. They all 3 have outdoor patio seating to enjoy the nice spring weather. And don't forget, the Advent Health Championship starts today, goes through Sunday. It is right down the street from the Sand Trap. So if you don't believe that these food items that we mentioned at the Sand Trap are money, go try it for yourself. It's right down the street from the Advent Health Championship at Blue Hills Country Club. And today at the Landing, $8 cheeseburgers and fries. Cheeseburger and fry. Happy hour from 3 to 7 and live music on the outdoor patio from 7 to 10. Coming up next, it's a sports edition of Smash or Pass, brought to you by Booth Creek Wagyu, KC's Best Steaks, now with 2 locations, 95th at Nolan, 135th at Metcalf, and also Shawnee Mission Ford. On a mission to do more online at Shawnee Mission Ford. We'll do it next here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Nolan Williams, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for the Chiefs, 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending are flat out awesome. We've had a relationship with these guys for well over a decade. And you know what? You need to have a relationship with my friends at Golden Oak Lending as well. Because, look, we're all in this together, right? High interest credit cards stink. Those balances just keep growing. Higher grocery bills, everyday expenses, all of it keeps going up. And maybe you're paying your bills every month, but you're still not able to get ahead. You make those minimum payments, but because of high interest, the balances barely move, or they just keep growing, and you may have built equity in your home. That could help. A simple refinance from Golden Oak Lending may allow you to use that equity to consolidate high-interest credit cards and other bills into one manageable monthly payment, which gives you the much-needed breathing room that you've been looking for. So what I want you to do is start with a free mortgage checkup from my friends over at Golden Oak Lending. I promise you it'll be the best phone call you ever make. You'll tell them all about your financial situation, and they'll help get you back on track. So give them a call now at 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. Or check them out at GoldenOakLending.com. Golden Oak Lending, MLS 114937.
Fire up the grill. It's football season, and Booth Creek Wagyu is beefing up your game. When you buy 10 pounds or more of our legendary Booth Creek Wagyu ground beef, you'll get it for the unbelievable price of just $8 a pound. That's America's most premium ground beef at grocery store prices. And don't forget our world-class Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and free samples available at our 2 locations, 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, inside the Deer Creek shops. And we're always open at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Steve here with Connolly Plumbing Solutions, your neighborhood plumber. We're in the Midwest, where tornadoes are real and our water table is high. So we practically tap a well every time we dig a basement. As a plumber, I could tell you that water always wins. This month, we have a sump pump special. $200 off a main pump or $400 off a battery backup system. Protect your basement. If you haven't used us yet, we would love to win you over. Visit ConnollyPlumbingSolutions.com to schedule.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries, now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-559-4141. That's 800-559-4141. 800-559-4141.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to my policy, Farmers gives it to me straight, so there's no surprises.
It's your coverage. You should never be confused.
You hear that? An insurance provider with a conscience.
We're a choir, but yes, we have that too.
Straightforward coverage you can literally understand. That's what you get when
you have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law. The Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Kansas side, Bonner Springs, K7 southbound, very heavy from State Avenue down towards I-70. There's a stalled off to the shoulder, but thick fog in the area keep things extra heavy. K10 eastbound bogs down at Cedar Creek Parkway and stays very slow over past K7. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Smash or pass time, so you know the deal. You got to be caller number 5 when you hear this drop. That's Bob at the dentist. Not David at the dentist. You hear that. Call number 5. Tell Mac he's awesome. Tell him, hey, Mac, thanks for supporting Sporting KC. And then number 3, you got to tell Mac what his max minute was on yesterday. That's it. And you got a $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu because they are the proud sponsor of Smash or Pass. Booth Creek Wagyu, KC's best steaks now with 2 locations at 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf. Also, Shawnee Mission Ford on a mission to do more. Online at Shawnee Mission Ford. As we get into Smash or Pass. So, before I ask you about Smash or Pass, I want to play you some audio. Because yesterday we got a treat. It was Fernando Mendoza.
Oh my, it's so good.
I would say that it is tough. However, everything that is tough, you wouldn't want something to be easy. If it's tough, it's worth it, and that's why it works at the highest level. And it's great because the teammates, we rely on each other. We rely on the receivers to make the right timing and right route. The receivers rely on the quarterback to throw in the correct timing. The linemen rely on the quarterback to get it out on time. The quarterback rely on the lineman to give them that time to throw it. And then the tight end, I mean, there's so many different variables of it. And when we all rely on each other, I believe it makes us closer. And when we become one oiled unit and we have all this synergy and become a dynamic ecosystem where we're evolving together, playing on time, be able to make, and then still make some off-schedule plays, but mostly playing on time, then that's what teams in this system take the next level.
From your perspective.
Yes, from your perspective. So Smash or Pass, Fernando Mendoza over Kirk Cousins for the rest of time.
Well, based on that, for what we do, yes, I would smash Fernando Mendoza to be the starting quarterback in Las Vegas. If I'm Las Vegas, I am not allowing that gentleman to be the starting quarterback of the team. We have Kirk Cousins. He's going to handle business right about now. And I think you commit to Kirk Cousins for the entire year, and you just let it go, and then do what they did with Patrick Mahomes and bring Fernando Mendoza on. But I was reading an article on the New York Times this morning, and they went back to January when he won the national championship, and they were talking about him and the way he speaks, right? And he goes, "Oh, it's all done like that on purpose." You know, it's a method to his madness out there. I have no idea what he was talking about or what he said. It was
got to be tough to win.
But bunch of jumbled words there. But man, he's going to be fun to listen to. He really is, and we need to play his commentary every week if he speaks.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's fantastic. I'll pass over Kirk Cousins, and that is exactly what Kirk Cousins would say. He would just say it more eloquently and not sound as naive. Exactly what Tom Brady would say. You can tell they have been talking to each other a lot. He's listening to those guys.
Yeah, but this is nothing different than what he was saying at Indiana. Go back and watch his Indiana stuff. It's all about the team and being together and this rah-rah
but the
stuff.
Synergy, the on time, occasionally off script, but that's Tom Brady. That's Tom Brady.
I think it's just Fernando Mendoza. Yeah. I mean, people are. I don't know if people are falling in love with him or kind of mocking him. I like it. It's actually unique, It's something different. At first, I didn't, and I still don't think that's going to carry NFL players to follow you. But you be you, man. You do you.
Somebody says me when I have 200 words left in a 500-word essay.
Yeah.
Mendoza will play tonight as the Raiders play the Texans on ESPN. Smash or pass the Kyler Murray and Justin Jefferson connection?
I'm going to pass on it. I like the Justin Jefferson part. I'm not a Murray fan, so.
Yeah, smash. Justin Jefferson wanted him there. That's why he is a Viking. Yeah, big-time smash.
Offensive Player of the Year candidate in Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, could have a huge year.
Be number 2 in his career. Smash or pass, I tell you right now, do you take it? The Chiefs go 10-7.
No, pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll smash that. It's 10 or 11 wins. Yeah, it's right there. So, yeah, I'll smash that.
Smash or pass, Ken Walker plays the entire first quarter versus Tampa Bay.
I'll pass on that one. And I think we see the same type of stuff. Here you go. Here's a handoff. And see you on the bench.
Entire first quarter, pass.
2 drives?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess if it's just 2 drives, yeah. I mean, I think smash.
About it, 4-minute drive. That's 8 minutes.
He's playing more than one play. He's going to get a carry. He's going to get
the first drive, probably.
Yeah,
I would hope.
Yeah, I would
excited
hope
to see him
everyone
in a Chiefs jersey and see how he looks.
Yes.
See what it looks like to have a running back that knows what they're doing back there for the first time in a decade.
What is that? A running back. That sounds cool.
He actually hit the right hole and got 25 yards. Okay, get off the field. Smash or pass. Cyrus Allen is your wide receiver 2 by week 4.
Oh, I'll pass that. Or not pass, smash that. I mean, yeah. No. I think, yeah. I think if it's by week 4, we've waited too long. I don't know, man. Like, you know me, I don't get excited about a lot of training camp bull crap. This is a different one.
Yeah, I'll smash. I think it'll be by week 6, but that's just the bye week 5. So by week 6, yeah, I'll smash. I think it's just going to be about the team letting him. It has nothing to do with Cyrus Allen. It's about giving him the reps, giving him the opportunity. This team covets their their high draft picks. They take pride in that. And so even like a guy like FAU who has been done well in camp and he's going to play a lot of snaps, they would never even consider trading him or taking an L on that because he was a first-round pick. I think the same has to do with Xavier Worthy. They're going to hold out.
And it's not that Worthy has been bad. Like, just watching the Chad O'Shea commentary during practice where they have him mic'd up and then listening to him after practice, always talking about the teaching side of things. These guys didn't have that, man. It's like taking algebra and, all right, here's the test, but you didn't teach us anything. Yeah, I don't really know the subject matter.
Smash or pass, PCA over Otani for MVP.
I'm thinking PCA.
Yeah, smash that.
Smash it. Yeah, it's time. Yeah, I mean, this guy is running the league right now. I mean, smash that. Yeah.
Did you see the other night? The first pitch he saw, he had a home run. The last pitch he saw was a walk-off home run.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. I also found this out. Random story. He went to high school with Mark Hoppus' son.
Oh wow!
So he's got a connection with Blink-182.
That's cool. That
they're
sick.
all the celebrity kids growing up out in L.A., probably all running together and going to those same high schools, you know?
And, of course, Mark Hoppus' immature Bray named his own son Jack Hoppus. As if he wouldn't have named him anything else. Smash or pass. Little League World Series began yesterday.
Smash was watching it. Jersey won on a walk-off last night. That's Danon's hometown.
Was he the one that hit the bomb to center field?
Yeah, the walk-off home run. Yeah, it was insane.
It was a mash.
And his dad was the coach and greeted him at home plate, and he's like, keep your priorities. like he was trying to talk his kid down, right?
I know you're jacked up right now, but focus.
Focus.
Dad, I just hit that 350 feet to center.
I mean, and he had a great bat flip, and he looked at the crowd, and it was so fun to watch that yesterday.
It's also good material to watch during the day. It's always on like at 11 to like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, this was the prime time last night.
Last night.
Yeah, last night was prime time for that. So I know Danon was fired up about it, but I was too. That was cool to see that kid walking off and focus. His dad was so great.
Yeah, I'll smash it as far as the concept, the kids getting a spotlight, all that stuff. Love the competition. I mean, I watch, I'll pass on that. Yeah, if it's on, I'll have it on, but I'm not going to be seeking that out.
Yeah, you don't seek it out, but if it's there, it's there.
I'm like, oh, this is fun. This is really cool.
Or if you have some sort of connection, like if your hometown team like Danon's was playing in this thing, you're watching
then
it.
you watch it, yeah. Absolutely.
Bonus smash or pass. Friday night, the franchise debuts for the first time. Smash or pass Friday night. 7 o'clock.
Smash. I'm excited about it. Apparently, we're featured big in this one, so I'm excited.
Big, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, big time smash.
Okay.
Love the franchise.
Yeah, it's gonna be
They do
fun.
a great job.
It gives you that juice, right? Like if you're already, the dinner table's being set. Like I always think like the franchise is like when your dad or mom would cook tacos and the cheese is shredded. Dinner's almost there. The tacos almost ready. You put your hand in the shredded cheese. You're gonna spoil your dinner.
I've never spoiled, like Seinfeld always says, I've never spoiled an appetite, and there's always another appetite out there to have.
Caller number 5, you got a chance at a $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu. Again, you got to tell Mac he's awesome. You got to say, hey, thanks for wearing that Sporting KC shirt. Then you got to tell Mac, hey, I really loved yesterday's version of blank of Mac's Minute.
Mac's awesome.
And you got a chance at $50 gift card. Booth Creek Wagyu, KC's best steaks, now with 2 locations, 95th and Knoll and 135th in Metcalf. And also, Shawnee Mission Forward, on a mission to do more, online at Shawnee Mission Forward. You want it, we give it to you. Jay Binkley gives his reasoning on Cyrus Allen on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Peter Woods, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you what, if your joints are hurting you every single day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like that's the only option. But I want you to do your homework and remember, once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. So before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from my friends over at QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or just years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation that you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients right here in Kansas City, and they concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. And the whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, just avoiding it altogether. So don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
This summer, Casey's has 89-cent medium fountain and new Frostbite by Casey's drinks. But if you don't have 89 cents, you could check your center console, dig between your couch cushions, ask Grandma for $1, or just use your credit card. 89-cent medium Frostbite by Casey's or fountain drinks at Casey's. All summer long. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Whether I'm setting up the ultimate tailgate or hosting a watch party, game day is all about the Chiefs and keeping it stress-free. That's why I go to Hy-Vee. They make planning a breeze with everything you need in one convenient stop. We're talking about tailgate trays packed with sliders, wings, charcuterie, sushi, appetizers, and those iconic Chiefs-themed cookies. Plus, a massive wine and spirits department to top off your beverage order. Let Hy-Vee handle the work. Just order online for pickup or delivery. It's a total game changer, only at Hy-Vee.
Back to school savings start now at Hy-Vee's 3-day sale. Stock up and save big this Friday through Sunday with hot deals in every department. Meat, produce, bread, cereal, and snacks. Want an easier way to shop? Order on the Hy-Vee app or at Hy-Vee.com. Choose pickup or delivery and we'll do the shopping for you. Save time, save money. Shop your way during the back to school sale this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Chiefs coverage is brought to you by New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola.
Spring hail means big savings at New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. Save up to $15,000 on hail damage new and used vehicles, plus all factory incentives. But this hail of a sale won't last long. New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paola. You always pay less in Paola.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side 70 westbound getting heavy into downtown from 23rd over towards the Paseo. 35 southbound slow in downtown from I-70 down past 670. 635 southbound on the Kansas side heavy from Shawnee Drive to I-35. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Listen to the Chiefs and Bucks this Saturday with pregame starting at 5 and kickoff at 6:30. All right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City. In Odyssey Sports Station.
Tobacco, football, and booze. He knows Bobby Bowden. He knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense. He's Jay McLean. He loves beer and chewing tobacco, football and booze. He knows Bobby Bowden. He knows Pete Carroll. He likes the 3-4 defense. He's Jay Binkley.
Better believe it. One thing is, Jay Binkley will not stand down from a challenge. So to give a little bit of backstory, we're talking about Cyrus Allen this entire preseason because he's been the camp darling.
That's right.
That on Cody and Gold. They do their camp darling thing every year. This is what they do. And we get the random out of the wilderness text yesterday. Just remember, Binkley didn't like the Cyrus Allen pick. So, your boy went through audio yesterday after the show and, went through the draft specials because we have really good producers here that, categorize things. And Mac was standing on my shoulder and we're clicking through. We finally find the Cyrus Allen pick. And it was more so Unacero doing the talking. And, Binkley kind of being like, I really don't know much about this guy. Maybe he's a return specialist. And, there's not a whole lot of information on him because all this other stuff.
Right.
And the only thing that we could remotely find that maybe somebody would have taken a minute thing and ran with it and overreacted was...
Despite the Cyrus Allen pick, this draft will receive really good grades.
So, Binkley, in the words of Andy Reid, time's yours.
Time's yours. Well, I mean, the thing was when Cyrus came out, and I'll give full credit to Dane Brugler. I think you guys had him on. He loved him. He said he's got in his book. He puts his book out called The Beast. He's widely considered the best guy in the draft. He says this guy will show out during training camp, and he was 100% right on Cyrus. But no, I just felt that the overall grade, which grades are silly in the draft. That's why we don't really do grades after the draft because you got to wait for years really to go grade a draft. It's like, the Chiefs were given a C+, I think, when they drafted Mahomes. But Cyrus Allen, just say, a lot of these guys, had a lot of prestige coming into the season. Cyrus really didn't, to be honest with you. So if anybody was going to knock it, it was because of that. I mean, he didn't go to the combine, so naturally your score is not going to be as high. Now, I've been nothing but giving Cyrus praise since OTAs.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has, I think, because of the way that he's gone out there and the way that he's balled out. But we're also talking about a fifth-round draft pick, Jay. I mean, as we get late in the draft, it's a lot of shot in the dark. And how can you really know a lot in your position? And Jay's the best draft guy we have in Kansas City, guys. There's nobody even close. But how can a guy in your position really evaluate somebody who wasn't even invited to the combine? Like, they drafted a guy in the fifth round who nobody really even knew about. And so that's why I think we all go, oh, okay, that's an interesting one, right? And then we watch the guy play. We gather more information, and then we can have our opinion from that. It's okay to change opinions on players.
Yeah. It's interesting because Jeff Caldwell, who is here as an undrafted free agent, actually went to the combine. It was Cyrus that didn't, but Cyrus got drafted. Jeff Caldwell didn't. Jeff Caldwell of going from 5'8" to 6'5" between his junior and senior year, incredible rise. But really the only time you see him is at Arrowhead Stadium. Clearly he played with Brendan Sorsby, so clearly we watched some Brendan Sorsby stuff. But you see Cyrus Allen there with Brendan Sorsby. He had less than 700 yards receiving. He did have 13 touchdowns, which really stood out. But he went to 4 colleges. We're talking Louisiana Tech, A&M, and then he finally ends up at Cincinnati. So not a lot of stuff was out on Cyrus Allen because he didn't go to the combine. But I will say this. He did go to the American Bowl, which is kind of a lower-level college all-star game for late-round picks or undrafted type picks, and he showed out. And because of that performance, he got invited to the Senior Bowl, which he goes down there and really did well against some of the top cornerbacks in college football. And guarantee you he got on the radar of a lot of NFL teams down at the Senior Bowl when they could sit down, talk to him, watch him, evaluate him, and stuff like that, because here's a guy that's not going to the combine, but look, and they've done that before. They got Jade Knott, the extra running back, could probably be on the practice squad. He was at a Senior Bowl standout, scored a touchdown there. He played at Oklahoma, barely played there, but 2 years ago he led the Pac-12 in rushing, and that's when Mendoza was on the team. That's when UCLA, USC, Oregon, all those teams were still in the Pac-12. He barely plays at Oklahoma. Chief scouting department decided to bring him in. Obviously, they brought in DeMarco Murray. But Cyrus Allen was kind of in that category, too. But I've always liked the guy because of the chip on his shoulder from when he's been in Kansas City. Hey, forget about the fact that I didn't go to the draft. Went to the NFL or to the All-American Bowl, get invited to the Senior Bowl. So one thing led to another, and now look at what he's doing. My biggest problem was they waited till the 5th round to get a receiver. You guys know how I was clamoring for receivers, not just this year, but the year before as well. And I was just like, all right, 5th round, you're getting a receiver. That's great. I mean, I would never complain about them drafting a receiver anywhere in the draft, to be honest with you, because they need guys to catch the football. But I think it was more or less waiting till the 5th round to grab a receiver was kind of my issue.
How are you on the Josh Simmons nowadays, that pick? I know you remember you said you didn't like it. Are you still okay with that pick? Is that something that you're still kind of holding on to?
Well, yeah, and last year it really changed my mind a lot when he goes through OTAs and when he goes to training camp and didn't miss a single practice. And you're like, okay, this guy's got something. But, he's had the issues this year or whatever, but he needs to work out. Like, I'm pulling for Josh Simmons to work out because that way they don't have to screw around with left tackle in the draft again. I mean, they've tried for the last, not this year, but the previous 2 years. They draft Kingsley to be their left tackle in the second round. He gets moved to guard. Then you go back in the first round the next year and get Josh Simmons. So all the while you're neglecting, getting wide receivers and getting other talent. So they tried to fix this left tackle position. But, yeah, it's incredibly imperative that Josh Simmons works out. I'm pulling for the guy. I mean, he's incredibly strong. I hope it works out with Josh Simmons. But, yeah, that would be absolutely outstanding because they need that left tackle so they can concentrate on other positions. Like this year, wide receiver, tight end. Because tight end, I mean, that is going to be a key position for the Chiefs because Travis Kelce's either led or been second in receiving yards for the last decade. In the last 2 years, he's led the Chiefs in receptions and catches as well. So looking forward to that. And, I'm not so concerned. Cyrus Allen, I mean, he's showing a lot of talent. I would not be surprised if he gets a lot of catches this year for the Chiefs. And Andy Reid has played rookies before. I know people are always hard on Andy Reid and rookies, but, Xavier Worthy as a rookie did lead the Chiefs in yards and receptions during the postseason that went to the Super Bowl, even more than Kelce. That was a rookie. Rashee Rice finished second of all rookies drafted his rookie year, only behind Puka in yards and catches. So they have used rookies before. And then Kareem Hunt, when he was a rookie, led the NFL in rushing. So he has used rookies before. Maybe not a ton, but he has used some. And Cyrus Allen, I believe, will be one of those rookies used a lot for the Kansas City Chiefs.
So, Jay, what's holding you back on Josh Simmons?
Nothing, really. I just want to see him put a season together. Bobby's missed 19 games the last 2 years. He missed 10 his final year at Ohio State, and he gets hurt, and they didn't miss a beat because they won the national title that year. So he missed 10 games there. He missed 9 with the Kansas City Chiefs. So availability is huge with me, and I do believe in Josh Simmons, and I love his attitude, and I love the fact that he didn't miss any practices last year at OTAs and camp, and I'm not really counting what's going on here with the back in training camp, but nothing's really holding me back. I like his development. I mean, who couldn't like what he's been able to do as a pro? So, yes, he needs to work out for the Chiefs, and to be honest with you, I think he will.
Do we see Ken Walker for the first quarter or just one drive on Saturday?
I'm thinking one drive, possibly two, but it could be the DeMarcado game. I mean, he is the second running back. He is the best blocker as far as the running backs are concerned. I think they do make a shift and use him, and the second half is all Emmett in the game. But, yeah, I do believe you see some Ken Walker. They need to because they don't play a regular season game until the 14th of September, and he's not playing in Game 3. Mm-hmm. So this is really his only action because they don't do the mixed practices. Again, there's 28 teams in the NFL that do joint practices with other teams. The Chiefs aren't one of them. And believe it or not, the AFC West is kind of – the Raiders don't do it either, and neither do the Broncos. Yeah, but they don't see another team. So 28 teams do. They don't. This is his time to see another team. So, yeah, I do believe he at least plays through the first quarter. But you never know. Andy Reid always says, well, the starters are going to go a half, and then they never do. They go like 2 series.
Jay, you mentioned a lot of catches for Cyrus Allen. What does that mean? What are realistic expectations for the rookie wide receiver?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It depends because it looks like they're going to use him a lot. I mean, the way Rashee Rice and the availability, and then you think, all right, who else is going to be out there? Tyquan Thornton, obviously, he was in pads again yesterday, but the hamstring, always concerns you. And Xavier Worthy with the lingering stuff that he's got on. So Cyrus is going to get his chance. So, 850 in yards, maybe. I mean, it might be by necessity, too. But clearly, you look at the talent.
850 in yards, he's challenging for Rookie of the Year.
Well, he might be, but the thing is that I always think, what if coaches had amnesia and they didn't know what happened before? You didn't know where a guy was drafted. You didn't know if some guy was a first-rounder, second-rounder, seventh-rounder, undrafted. And you just went to training camp and you looked. And if you saw Cyrus Allen with the other wide receivers, would you, if you didn't know how many years they played in the NFL, if they were rookie or not, or where they were drafted, would he stand out, though, Bob? I think he would. Like, would he stand out and you say, man, this might be our, second most talented receiver?
Yeah.
Well, Bink, we appreciate the time, brother. We'll talk to you on Wednesday next week, and if somebody fires a warning shot, bang, then we'll have you come back on Thursday.
Well, I think the whole thing was the fact is we did bring it up that Caldwell went to the combine and he didn't, but never really going to be ultra critical on a 5th-round pick. I mean, 1st round, then you diagnose that quite a bit, or maybe 2nd round, but 5th round, it's like, all right, you took a throw on the dartboard for somebody that might be able to help. But I'll tell you this much: if he does shine for the Kansas City Chiefs, there was a whole lot of people miss, just like they did with Puka, because big-time talented wide receivers don't go in the 5th round. That means people miss.
Mm-hmm. Well, you never miss, Binkley. I'll say that.
No, I do all the time.
Well, that's fine. You said it, not me. Bink, we'll talk to you later, man.
All right, guys. Take care.
Take care. That is Jay Binkley. Elimination number plus. Sam Block says what? 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
Time's yours.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Josh Simmons, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, guys, it's Dusty Likens, and how many times have you failed? It's okay to admit it multiple times. I fail daily. But don't fail in the bedroom, because performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED get in the way. The truth is, most men don't have to live with it anymore, and you may be surprised by how the right treatment can improve your love life. Heartland Men's Health uses advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond the pills. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men in the Kansas City area, so call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Schedule a consult with a Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call them today. Tell them Dusty Likens told you to at 844-447-6600, or visit them at heartlandmenshealth.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this. Lawman, jungle law.
Hey, it's the Lawman giving you a couple updates. Just settled a case for $1.175 million on a commercial vehicle accident, $750,000 on a motorcycle accident, $557,500 on a premise liability case. Call the Lawman.
The lawman gets results. Jungle law.
If you've been charged with a felony DWI, call the Lawman. You only got a short window to get the admin filed in Missouri and in Kansas. Call me now.
Choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It shouldn't be based solely on advertisement.
Country music's biggest selling superstar, Luke Combs, presents My Kinda Saturday Night Tour 2027, playing at Arrowhead Stadium Saturday, May 15th. With special guests Treaty Oak Revival, Avery Anna, Shenandoah, and Wyatt McCubbin. Luke Combs, live in concert in Kansas City. Get tickets Friday, August 21st at 10 a.m. at lukecombs.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Brew. And between my radio show, filming content, editing videos, and trying to stay connected with family, reliable Wi-Fi isn't really optional anymore. I just need it to work. That's why I like that with Xfinity, you get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years, guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, Xfinity makes getting connected simple with same-day Wi-Fi so you can get online in minutes. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that.
Telly Tire and Auto Center's biggest sale is back. The tires at cost sale. That's right. You pay what we pay on any in-stock tires from Telly's huge inventory. Our certified techs will even mount and balance them for only $30 per tire. All that plus a 30-day ride guarantee and lifetime tire protection. Gas and grocery prices may be going up, but there's never been a better time to buy tires. Reserve yours now at TELLEtire.com before our sale ends. Take care of your car. Take it to Telly. Additional charges apply for tire disposal and road hazard warranty.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey Chiefs fans, it's Trey Smith, and the best basketball player of all time is LeBron James.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony. Plumbing, heating, cooling, and electric. Kansas side, 435 southbound. Heavy past Holiday Drive down to Johnson, then sluggish to Midland with ongoing construction. Hot water is something you rely on every day for showers, dishes, laundry, and more. If your water heater is showing signs of age or is struggling to keep up, now is the time to make the switch. At Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, they've been helping Kansas City homeowners stay comfortable for 75 years with trusted service and expert installations. For a limited time, buy a water heater and get a water filter 50% off. Schedule your appointment today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Talk a little bit about what Sam Block had to say about the best running backs in each NFL division. No surprise, the AFC North is Derrick Henry.
What? You got to be kidding me on that.
I mean, the ageless wonder.
I was watching workout videos of him yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean,
something you'll never do. Something we'll all never do.
Well, none of us. But it's like his diet, the way he doesn't eat until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the first meal of the day. What?
You're kind of the same.
I eat about 1 is the first time that I usually eat something. Because from here, I usually go to the gym, get a workout in. By the time I get home, let the dog out, do all that. It's about 1 o'clock is when I usually get a meal in for the day for the first time.
I wish I was strong like you.
It's not that I'm strong. I'm busy until then, so I really don't have time, per se, more than anything. It's just like you got to keep yourself active.
Yeah.
But I was reading somebody about doing like a 5-day fast or a 4-day fast for gut health.
I'm doing a 3-day one for the last 3 weeks. Monday through Wednesday.
You're not eating?
It's not a full fast, so it's a intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I only eat from
2 to 5 or something.
So I don't eat lunch Monday through Wednesday. I
Right.
just eat dinner, and I only drink coffee, water, tea throughout the day.
Yeah, that's great. They say but this guy is legitimately not eating.
And then Thursday through Sunday,
and then you give yourself it all back, and then Monday through
bring
Wednesday.
on the beer. You know what I mean?
But could you imagine going 3 or 4 or 5 days without eating? I mean, that's ridiculous. They say once you hit like 96 hours, that's when the benefits start.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to, just drink water and let your metabolism think it's working. That's what they say the trick is, man.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy. But I'm not willing to do something like that. But no, I eat around 1, finish around 7, have that window of food. And then they say if you go 18 hours a day straight without eating anything, that's supposed to be really healthy for you.
Because fasting for us for breakfast is pretty easy.
Easy.
Right?
Yes.
We get up at 4-ish, whatever, do the show till 10, get home at 11. You're like, well, breakfast is gone.
Breakfast is over, yeah.
So it's pretty easy. And, for me, I'm sure you guys can see on camera, I drink coffee every morning and then
I have 1 cup of coffee.
Tons of water. Mac, you ready for this game? That you have no idea that's coming? Player A, B, and C. Do you want to guess? And Bob, you can do the same thing. Now you're in studio with me, so you have a little bit of advantage of one of these players. So we talked about Cyrus Allen, 4 games, what you need to see if he's wide receiver 2. Player A, in their first 4 games with the Kansas City Chiefs, 9 receptions, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, 15 targets. Player B for the Kansas City Chiefs in their first 4 games, 15 receptions, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 19 targets. Player C is Puka Nacua. 39 targets. I'm sorry, 39 receptions, 501 yards.
Wait,
and a touchdown on 52 targets.
And how many games?
First 4 games of the season.
Holy
Yeah. Shiza Manelli for sure.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
So that's why everybody's like, this guy could be Puka.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, stop.
So there's
Puka Nacua is a top 5 receiver.
Okay, so
Dude had 500 yards in his first 4 games.
That's right, and 39 receptions. Puka Nacua, 39 catches, 501 yards and a touchdown on 52 targets in his first 4 games. Do you want to guess who player A is? 9 for 154 and 2 touchdowns.
Tyreek?
No.
Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice.
No. Do you want to guess who player B is?
Xavier Worthy?
Xavier Worthy is player A. Rasheed Rice is player B.
Okay. I
So-
had it flipped there.
Yeah, because the receptions. Or because of the targets.
So what you're saying is that they're not going to utilize the guy as much as they should because he's young?
I'm just saying 2 conversations here. One, leave Puka in a world of his own.
Yeah, like stop comparing everybody to Mahomes. Stop comparing everybody to Puka.
He broke the
Yeah.
all-time rookie record for receiving
Correct.
yards and receptions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
He had 1,500 yards. He had over 100 catches.
He had 105 for 1486.
Okay, let's just stop right now. Stop putting those expectations on Cyrus.
So that's why I bring that up, because that's
not fair to him.
That's Puka, right? Like that was what everybody's like, well, if he's a 5th round pick, leave that name away. Okay. Puka's doing what he did. Again, his first 4 games, 15 targets, 10 receptions, 20 targets, 15 catches, 7 targets, 5.
Did they
failed.
have injuries to start that season, though? Was that the year they went out and got Devontae Adams late in the year because they didn't have anybody else? It was
No.
Wow. So they
That
actually
was 2023.
2023. That wasn't the year they went out and traded for Devontae Adams late in the season?
No, I don't think so.
I think it was. I absolutely think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe.
almost positive it was that year because that was only like 2
I thought
years
this
ago.
was his second year.
And
This will be his 3rd year with the Rams.
Is it really?
That's what I thought. But
That first game, for at least in the stat sheet that it shows, passing, rushing, receiving, Stafford, Kyron Williams, Cam Akers, Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua, Tyler Higbee, Van Jefferson, Bryson Hopkins, and Ben Skoronel.
That's the year they went out and traded for Devontae.
2024.
They had nobody.
2024 was the year they traded for him.
So what year was this? 2023.
23.
Yeah. So they had to go out and trade for him because look at that lineup of players. That's why Puka was featured so much. Van Jefferson. I mean, I like that guy 20 years ago.
No one was talking about Puka Nacua.
No,
they were talking about Van Jefferson.
They were, absolutely, because he was a 5th round draft pick as a wide receiver. Now everybody's talking about Cyrus Allen, A, because he's catching passes for Patrick Mahomes, but B, now we have the litmus test of the 5th round wide receiver guys. So anytime a 5th round wide receiver now starts to show a little bit, it's all, well, Puka Nacua. So that guy's going to gain buzz and gain steam just because of the perception of what Puka Nacua did. But my God, we cannot have those expectations. Not fair to have those expectations for Cyrus Allen.
So again, Worthy in his first 4 games for the Chiefs had 15 targets, 9 receptions, 154 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Rasheed Rice had 19 targets for 15 receptions, 140 yards, and a touchdown. If Cyrus Allen does any of that, what's that say for him moving forward?
Is that Mahomes loves him. I think 19 targets.
Because I could go deeper and look at what Kelsey did in those first 4 games in both those seasons. But again, Rasheed Rice got better as the season went on, as we know. But the targets, 19 is impressive.
That's a huge number.
In your first 4. That's when you talk about Puka getting all those numbers. He had Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, and MVS.
I know.
And he was like, oh, who's this guy? Number 4.
Yeah.
Boom,
Rice,
boom, boom.
Rice, because he didn't have anybody else. And so I think now you actually got some other guys. You've got still Travis. You've got some other weapons. The Rams that year, though, that list that you read there, I mean, that's a who's who of nobodies at that wide receiver position. So, just like it was for the Chiefs. That's why Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy were thrown in the mix so fast. I ain't throwing to Sky Moore. I'm not throwing to this guy. I'm not throwing to Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, they're gonna need to feed him for sure. They're gonna have to because they just don't have much else. At least in my opinion right now. Three total touchdowns there for Xavier Worthy because of the rushing attempts there. So and I don't think Cyrus Allen will get that.
That was a part of his game that we never saw last year, obviously, because of the collision.
Yeah,
I think.
well, and the ankle and everything. Yeah. Because that first game was that jet sweep against the Ravens. That was really the one time we saw Xavier Worthy's speed. That was one against the Ravens. Was like, oh, there it is.
There it is. And then we never saw that again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And again, I'm just going off receiving numbers.
No, for sure.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's sick. I mean, those Puka Nacua numbers are disgustingly, unbelievably weird, man. Like, I mean, I don't even, like, that's
39 for 501.
I'm stunned.
Now, again, the rest of the year, he would only get 9 receptions once. Like, those first
well,
four
people
games,
started figuring them out. The league adjusted.
Those first 4 games were there, and it was like, okay, we have to bracket this guy. This is more than just a flash in the pan.
That's right.
Because that was, I think, the take that I had going into fantasy football that year, because he did that first game, and I said, your waiver wire money doesn't matter after week 5. I said, so if you see a guy that does that, throw it all out there and just go get him. Because after that, he just won fantasy leagues for people because he was just so automatic. But yeah, that's crazy to think. 39. I haven't put an asterisk next to it in my notes because, like, just stop.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, we talk about it in baseball all the time. You mentioned that cat who hit 3 straight home runs to open his career and was 0 for 19. That's the league adjusting to you and figuring you out. If you're going to stay in this league, you've got to adjust back to the league. And clearly Puka adjusted back to the league after they adjusted to him. And so that's the next kind of phase of Cyrus Allen. How many teams now are going to be gunning for this guy, though, at the beginning of the year because of all this hype and highlights and stuff that we've seen? I think people are going to have a kind of a lookout for Cyrus Allen right now. So it'll be interesting to see him against other teams, but also when he kind of hits that rookie wall, how does he adjust? And again, this is where Chad O'Shea comes into the fold as well. Now you've got a veteran wide receiver coach that's been in the league for 17 years, and he can look at him and go, Coach, man, what am I supposed to do? What's the next step of me evolving? And Chad O'Shea has talked about this guy loves the coaching and loves the learning and all of that kind of stuff. So it's all starting to shape up the way we want it to shape up. And if Cyrus Allen ends up becoming Patrick Mahomes' number 1 target, it doesn't matter where he was drafted, what round, what place, what school, any of that. If these two guys form this connection, hell, Tyreek Hill was a junior college guy that was a running back that turned into Patrick Mahomes. So it doesn't matter where you find these guys. It matters how you develop them. And the Chiefs have an opportunity now to finally develop their wide receivers because they got a coach in there that knows what he's doing.
Now, Xavier Worthy, a starter his first year, Rashee Rice, I don't think was. And Puka, obviously. And to the text that we're getting, yes, that was the year Cooper Kupp got hurt. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. But and that's also why the numbers were
big reason why. Yeah,
because Cooper's doing that. But if you look at Rashee Rice, this is why I think Mac is so in on Rashee Rice. But there's no reason not to be. You look at Rashee Rice's 2024 first 4 games. Obviously, game 4, no stat given because that's the game that Mahomes knocks him out with the friendly fire.
Gosh, yeah.
But before that, it started week 1, 9 targets, 7 catches, 103 yards. Week 2, 6 targets, 5 catches, 75 yards. Week 3, 14 targets, 12 receptions, 110 yards. So, I mean, it was there. It was coming.
The baller.
Yeah, it was coming.
Yeah.
It just, that happened.
Accident, injury.
Yeah, you got to separate the art from the artist a little bit with Rashee Rice. You can't bring up the off-the-field stuff when you talk about him as a football player. He's been really, really good.
He's been great as a player on the field, but you know, the biggest thing is availability. So let's just hope his availability continues to be available.
And again, has not done anything bad during the season. Again, we're 3 weeks away.
Isn't
so
that
if we can
sad,
get to the
though,
season,
that we have to say that? No, this guy hasn't done anything bad. You're an adult. You should behave.
Yeah, it's the NFL.
Yeah, I know.
It's rampant.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
I know, but
everywhere.
I'm just saying it's sad that we have to say that kind of stuff. Like, we have to talk about grown adults and go, well, he's behaving.
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about this because this is kind of what we were talking about yesterday. Of just like, we can't to the casual fan hearing Puka, hearing these names, you're like, oh wow, Cyrus Allen's going to be a game changer, and I'm glad you tweeted that out yesterday about where people are taking fantasy drafts. I was impressed with the comments from Chiefs fans because like undrafted, 12th round, not going to take him, maybe 3rd in dynasty. I'm like, okay, good. People at least have a sense of what's happening here. This will take a while to ramp up. Stephon Diggs, the other 5th round pick that he's been coupled with, 720 yards his rookie year. So it's a really good rookie season. Over 50 catches, 4 touchdowns.
And so it's good to look at that and
thinks
see.
he could beat that.
It's good to look at that and see, hey, you know what? 5th round draft picks can have an impact on here, but I don't want to set that, as the bar for this guy or the expectation for him. I'm more interested to see how Kenneth Walker is involved in this offense, quite frankly, than I am Cyrus Allen. Because if we don't get Kenneth Walker the right amount of carries, the right situations, actually running the ball, fooling the defense, Cyrus Allen ain't going to have a chance in hell.
They had an under center play action screen pass yesterday, which was awesome. Under center, real play action, and then a screen pass that completely worked to Kenneth Walker. I think they are Andy Reid's going to have that back in his back because he actually has someone to run screen
He actually has
passes
somebody
with.
to do it with now, too,
Yes.
and that's the other thing. And we talk about Andy evolving. Andy's probably yelling at the radio right now going, Bob, I didn't have anybody. I couldn't run the screen pass. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
Someone did ask what Stephon Diggs' first 4 games were. Also impressive. Also a name to maybe leave out when trying to think of what Cyrus Allen's comp can be until we see more evidence. Stephon Diggs, 25, 419, 2 touchdowns on 40 targets. Those were his first 4 games.
Did he play all the games?
He did not.
Okay, I was going to say,
He
damn,
missed
so he
a
would have
few
had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, so he didn't play until week 4.
Gotcha, yeah.
Why?
He had 700 yards his rookie year. First 4 games, he had 400 of them.
But, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It just.
Wait, he played his first 4?
No, his first 4 games that he played.
Yeah.
He missed the first 3 games of the season.
Oh.
I don't know what that was in Minnesota, but I mean, his second game of his career was against our Kansas City Chiefs, where he had 7 for 129.
Was that the game up in Minnesota? No, I'm trying to think when that game was.
It was definitely in Minnesota.
What year?
2018. 2015. I'm sorry, 2015.
2015. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a long time ago. Then, yeah.
Stephon Diggs, man. That was his first 4 games. So, yeah,
And
25 for 419, 2 touchdowns on 40 targets. If Cyrus Allen has 40 targets in the first 4 games, something is massively
that's not
wrong
good.
with Rice or Worthy.
Yeah. Or he's just that good. I mean, he's just wide open all the time.
They
Who knows?
clearly have a connection. Him
They
and Mahomes.
do. I mean,
clearly
that's the
have
thing,
something
yeah.
that's budding,
Yeah,
which
you
is
can't
awesome.
lie to my eyes.
No,
That's what I
it's
will say.
happening.
Yeah,
Well, and
it-
Mahomes is doing his screaming after passing to
Yeah.
Allen. He's doing that about a rookie. He's screaming, cussing at the defense, talking
Yeah.
about that's my guy. Like, that's already happening.
I mean, that's why who poo-poos all this training camp hype and whatnot, as rightfully so, this one just hits different. This one I can't, other than like Jared Allen having this kind of impact on the field where everybody was like, oh my God, I don't remember this type of, oh my God, impact that somebody's having in training camp. Because you didn't expect it out of Jared Allen either. He was a 4th-round long snapper.
So this is also kind of interesting here. Ken Walker last year, 1, 2, unless those are preseason. No, those are not. 1, 2, 3. Ken Walker had 3 100-yard rushing games last year for Seattle. You taking that over this year?
Say that again.
Ken Walker had 3 100-yard rushing games in the regular season for Seattle. Obviously, 4. He had 4 100-yard rushing games last year for Seattle. You taking the over or under on that for Ken Walker this year? Now again, Charbonnet was there.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to take the over because he had a running mate there. I don't know that he has that same running mate, obviously, yet here in Kansas City. No, I'll take 100-yard games. Yeah, I think we have to be over that, guys. I think we have to overly commit to the run this year. So, yeah, I'm going to say.
That's actually also a lie. He had 3. He had, because if you count the regular season, he had 2 100-yard rushing games. He had it on September 14th. He had 105. And on December 18th, he had 100. Now, he had 2 100-yard games in the playoffs. He was a man in the playoffs. He had 135 in that Super Bowl, which is why he won Super Bowl MVP. And he had 116 in the divisional round where they just beat the absolute snot out of San Francisco 41-6.
Yeah, when Charbonnet was hurt as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
So 2 in the regular season.
2 in the regular season. And then the other numbers are these: 38, 81, 86, 34, 66, 42, 67, 67, 71, 56, those type of numbers.
I'm just going to say right off the jump, I need more than that. You paid the guy $13 million. Yes, again, he shared time there. But I need more than that. I want to feature Ken Walker more in this offense. That's just my take.
Because the reason I bring that up is Sam Block has Ken Walker as the best running back in the AFC West.
Yeah.
I think I can't do this. Amarian Hampton, that's the Chargers running back. Yep. I know they're going to use others, but that's the guy.
That's your guy,
right?
yep.
That's their number 1, I think, on their depth chart.
Yep.
If that even isn't a thing and that exists in the Mike McDaniel's offense with the Los Angeles Chargers. The Raiders is Ashton Genty.
Yeah, I thought that's where they would definitely go with that.
And then
I'm surprised by that.
I am too. That's why I thought this was a pretty interesting
I'm excited
topic.
about it.
Yeah. Because I thought, Ashton Genty is like the layup. Just throw it out there. Like, he's going to be the best running back. But he picked Ken Walker, which is cool.
And then Denver's running back, that's where I struggle.
Yeah, they'll have.
So do they.
They'll have a
a mixed bag,
yes.
right?
Yeah, R.J. Harvey's like their Darren Sproles. They'll still have J.K. Dobbins out there who'll probably get hurt. And
He's
then they've
already
got
hurt.
McLaughlin.
I remember when we had a lot of running backs that we weren't real sure about and how that worked for you last year. Sean Payton rolling into that same thing as Andy Reid. Maybe they become a predictable offense out there in Denver, and we could just pin our ears back and knock Bo Nix in the next week.
They like this rookie, Jonah Coleman. Yeah, they've got a few guys. We'll see. Sean Payton's never really struggled with the running back, though. That's not been his thing. He's struggled with wide receivers. Andy Reid and him are the opposite in that way. Yeah, I'm okay with Ken Walker being the best in the AFC West.
Oh, I am too. Yeah.
That's not a crazy take.
Yeah, have more than 2 100-yard games.
Yeah, no, I need more than that, though. Yeah, I definitely need a lot more than 2 100-yard games. I would think to myself, and again, this is just thinking off the top of my head, half your games, 100-yard games for Ken Walker, 8 games at 100. I don't know. And again, I'm asking and talking at the same time. What's the average amount of 100-yard games that a running back has in the NFL? Because as we talk about double-digit sacks, we need double-digit sacks. Then you realize like only 10 dudes a year get double-digit sacks.
Yeah, Gibbs had 3. Gibbs had 3. If you want to take the best running back last season, Jonathan Taylor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so 8's a big number then. Yeah,
8's huge.
So let's say
huge.
let's say 5. I'll take 5 games then of 100 yards.
If you want to count Jonathan Taylor for 6, because one of them was 240 yards.
No, but I mean, the 8's, again, like I said, it's probably like the sack thing where double-digit sacks sounds normal when you're having a conversation, but it really isn't when you look at the research of it.
Yes.
So, again, Gibbs, similar. What did Montgomery have last year? Didn't he have like 600? Because was that last year or 2 years ago where he was like close to his incentive line and missed it by like 1 yard? Because he got hurt.
Oh yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, I can't quite remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Montgomery, 100-yard game last year. He had 700 and something yards.
So he had
last year.
700.
Yeah,
and so I mean they were and then now this year I bet I would smash the over on like 4.5 for Gibbs to have 100 yards.
Yes.
Because the other thing too is like I wonder how many. I don't know if he had any 100-yard receiving games that Gibbs might have had as well. Now that's not really Ken Walker's bag. But if I told you...
Wow, this is a number that's interesting with the 100-yard games real quick. Per average last year, teams averaged between 2.8 and 3.2 individual 100-yard rushers per season. So you're looking, 3 is, damn.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson had 4. Like,
yeah. I didn't realize this is why we're talking about it.
Like 8 is not.
Yeah, no, 8's stupid. That was dumb for putting that one out
that's
there,
it's fair. Yeah, we're having the conversation, though.
But Derrick Henry did it in 8 games. James Cook did it in 9 games last year. But the average is about 2.8 to
3.
Right about, 3. So 3 is a good number.
What do you think the perception of Ken Walker would be in the city if he had 1,027 yards, averaged 4.6 a game, and had 5 touchdowns?
Great, I think. I think that's a good season.
You think that's great?
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I think that's solid. I think
that
was
his
solid.
numbers last year.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
With the money you paid, that's fine.
Yeah, because 1,000 yards shows you're committed to the run. How many touchdowns did he get in the passing game? And I think Andy will utilize him differently in the passing game and the screen game.
Really good out of
but
the
if that's
backfield.
just what I get out of rushing just from Ken Walker, oh yeah, I'm good with that. I'm real good with that. Because I think 1,000-yard rusher, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, you may think differently, I think that changes the whole dynamic of this offense. Because that's a commitment to the run.
Yeah, I agree. 17 running backs last year with 1,000 rushing yards. I would like him to be over that barely 1,000 mark. I'd like him to be in that 1,200 more range. Really, the touchdowns is the only thing that stuck out to me. 4 or 5 touchdowns. Now they use Charbonnet in the red zone all the time.
Yeah.
That will not be the case here, hopefully. I imagine he's the guy getting in the end zone more often.
Yeah, I would think so here, probably, unless you're completing these, 80-yard passes to Cyrus Allen or something like that. But I would imagine he's going to be your featured back. He's great inside the tackle. He breaks a lot of tackles. But we did see Emmett Johnson break 10 tackles in that first preseason game as well. So maybe he factors in. Again, I know this is a wet blanket. Collectively, tell me what the running backs are going to do this year. And that's how we'll judge the success, I think, of this offense.
Last year, no receiving touchdowns for
Ken?
For Ken Walker.
All right.
31 receptions for 282. No touchdowns.
Yeah, I have to look at his over-under now for this season because he's going to be used way more out of the backfield.
I want to see more than 2025.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's where I wrap this topic up. Because I want to see more from K9 the third when it comes to the contract and where he could be on this team. And I think hopefully the team will do that. But 282 receiving, 0 touchdowns. I'd like to see more of that if I'm being an honest person here. We'll get into some Hall of Fame no doubters as well, but well, Bob, we got mad about pigs in the studio, so I feel like we might be on the same page here. We get back on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Alohi Gilman, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, the summer gets super hot, so now you need to get a Super Light. That's right. The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Super Light, the new vodka plus aid canned cocktail. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drinks flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. And ooh, that blue chill is money, baby. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for any occasion. From the golf course to the bar, at night, at the concert, a day at the ballpark, Super Light is here for the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. You must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Gold, and football season is here. And when we think about football in Kansas City, it's all about the tailgating. And you know what can make your tailgating even better in an ultimate tailgate? It's the fact that that tailgate involves a Ford. Football's better in a Ford. Home games, tailgates, Friday night lights. You have the F-150, the Bronco, Explorer, and Super Duty, all built for game day. And right now, big savings and a huge selection are waiting. So don't sit on the sidelines. Quit your wishing and get your next new Ford at Shawnee Mission Ford. You can shop anytime at ShawneeMissionFord.com. They also get a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty that will cover your new Ford for as long as you own it. That's a special warranty you can't get from other Ford dealerships because it far surpasses the standard manufacturer's warranty provided by Ford. So go to ShawneeMissionFord.com, shop for a new vehicle today, make football season better, and go see Kainoa at Shawnee Mission Ford, part of the Midwest Ford Dealers, a proud sponsor of the Chiefs.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem, because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity, and you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV, built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
Fire up the grill. It's football season, and Booth Creek Wagyu is beefing up your game. When you buy 10 pounds or more of our legendary Booth Creek Wagyu ground beef, you'll get it for the unbelievable price of just $8 a pound. That's America's most premium ground beef at grocery store prices. And don't forget our world-class Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and free samples available at our 2 locations, 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, inside the Deer Creek shops. And we're always open at boothcreekwagyu.com.
I felt a jackhammering pain in my jaw.
Like someone sawing my bones. Barbed wire in my shoulder.
Like a cattle prod in my hip.
Like I put my foot in a blender.
Pain is different for everyone. But where pain starts, Jornavix suzetrigine begins. Jornavix is a non-opioid 50-milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain. Before those signals tell the brain to feel
like I punched an angry beehive.
And pain reduction can finally begin. Do not take Jornavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding.
Would you train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst.
Keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Granger's vast select.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and driving in this area means navigating everything from busy metro traffic to open Midwest roads, so having the right auto insurance really matters. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers trustworthy protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that gives you real peace of mind. And when you bundle policies or insurance multiple multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
Chiefs training camp coverage sponsored by Border Magic, giving your landscape its winning edge. This football season, give your home a winning edge with Border Magic. Custom concrete landscape edging adds lasting beauty and unbeatable curb appeal. Choose from a variety of styles and colors, all backed by a 10-year warranty. SouthKC.BorderMagic.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Kansas side, K10 eastbound, heavy around Woodland, then just stay sluggish out towards Renner with an accident reporting. 69 highway northbound, still a little slow around College Boulevard with an earlier accident. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Hey, some notes from Kauffman Stadium last night. The wonderful Jake Eisenberg, who joins Cody and Gold, thought this was kind of an alarming, because we're doing stats all of a sudden. I don't know why I got into this like rabbit hole of stats. There was this gummy in the bathroom. I thought it was a vitamin. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But Salvador Perez.
Oh, you're going to need your gummy after I give this description coming up.
Hello,
after
America.
Perez.
Oh, yeah. So I will say that last night, Salvador Perez, great win last night for the Royals. It's always fun to beat the A's coming from behind. You can't spell ass without A's.
I always like when the A's play Seattle and it spells ass with the logos.
Better believe it. Yeah. Salvador Perez became the second all-time, by himself, RBI in Kauffman Stadium, passing Hal McRae. He was tied with Hal. Now he's in second by himself. You want to guess who's number one all-time for most RBI in Kauffman Stadium?
Yeah, I'm going to guess the Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. George Brett. Wondering if Salvador Perez can catch George Brett. Well, he's only 300 RBIs behind George Brett.
Just at home.
Just at home.
Yeah, so that's another 6
so
years,
Brett's
basically.
like, well, at least I got that one.
Yeah. So if you say you get 100 RBIs a year, 6 years, divide by 2 gives you 50. So it's not happening. No way.
Not when they're out of there in like 3 years.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing. There's just no chance left for him to do something like that. So I'm going to tell a story, and everybody's going to listen, and we're going to enjoy this, and I want the feedback from the text line. And he would say the time is mine. So for my entire life, I always knew I had, Jewish blood in me. We just never knew how much. My grandmother always used to talk about her Jewish heritage, and then, my mother and father were married by a rabbi, and then it just kind of ended. We never really talked about it. That's why when you walked into
Katz Deli, they're like,
yeah, right. Yeah, they knew me, right? And so my sister had a 23andMe test or whatever, and she did it because why not?
And you trust it?
Yeah, you trust it. Most people have, it's come back, pretty good for just about everybody, right? And it came back that we were 28.7% Ashkenazi Jewish, which is a form of Judaism, right? And so I'm talking to the guys at the J about all of this. They're like, oh, my God, that's the best percentage to be because it's not too much. It's perfect. And they go, you've got it. Did you have a bar mitzvah? I said, no, I never had a bar mitzvah when I was a kid because I didn't know we were this much, Jewish. And my sister married a Jewish guy and they're raising their kids Jewish. And my nephew had his bar mitzvah back in March. And so once we discovered all of this and realized, I'm going to be 50, we've decided April 17th, I'm having a Bob mitzvah. So put this down on your calendars because you're all going to get invited to it.
I'm going to be out of town.
On April 17th?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Somewhere in April.
You're going to miss the Bob mitzvah. So, my friend Jeremy Dixon's going to have it at his place. He owns DSS. It's a huge, sound system company here in Kansas City, huge warehouse we're going to do this in. And so, Dixon puts on these unbelievable parties every single year where it's just, they're blowout parties, right? Mm-hmm. And he told my wife, he goes, look, I got a guy that has a zebra. We should have a zebra at Bob's Bob Mitzvah. And I'm like, I am in on having a zebra at the Bob Mitzvah for no other reason than there's a zebra there. And I'm going to take my picture with the zebra, and it doesn't make any sense. But if you've got a friend who has a zebra guy, you've got to maximize that and have that at your 50th birthday party. And my wife is anti having a zebra at this party. But everybody that I have talked to is like, Yeah, you got to have a zebra at this party. So I texted Mac yesterday because he's now married and can have these idiotic conversations with his wife. And I said, ask your wife this. Is she in favor of a zebra being at the Bob Mitzvah? It's going to be there. It's not going to run around or anything like that. It's going to be a wild animal. But you got a friend that's got a zebra connection and you're celebrating your 50th birthday. Don't you think there should be a zebra at this party?
No.
Why not? Well, you're not going anyway, so Mac, you.
I was pro zebra.
Yeah.
I was pro zebra. As you can guess, Siobhan, not pro zebra. Not pro zebra. So this is obviously becoming a guy versus girl thing.
I don't know. It's just my wife and her, the only two that I've heard from that is not. Like Tammy from the West is like, yeah, gotta have the zebra. Mario Stone Street, gotta have the zebra.
You have access to a zebra, which already is cool. And if you want the zebra,
right.
What are we doing?
How many people have access to a zebra?
None that I know, except for you now.
I didn't even know that I had it, right? Dix is like, I got a zebra guy if we want to have the zebra. And my wife's like, no, we're not having a zebra. I'm like, why?
Come on.
Gotta have the zebra.
Would you be cool with like a llama?
I've always wanted an emu in the backyard. She struck down that too.
I grew up with, I wouldn't say a friend, but they were a friend growing up and did theater with them, and they had a llama or emu or something in their backyard.
Yeah.
As a pet. And
Do you still have connections to this person?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell them to bring it to the Bob Mitzvah, April 17th.
I think it's now sadly passed away. They had it for so long, but yeah, it was. They loved it. It was like a pet. It was like a dog or whatever. They loved it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pro zebra.
I mean, you walk in and there's a zebra. You take your picture. You go over to the bar. Like, I mean, what's?
Come on.
And then you can say, "But there's a zebra at the people." What? There's a what? At the party? Yeah,
I would like a picture with the zebra.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should just put yourself in a cage. And go from a petting zoo to the petting Jew.
I will put myself in a cage, right? That'll be fun.
Yeah, you should do like you know what you should do, which is something that would be very on par for your personality, is be the guy that they used to have in like the 90s fairs where they would heckle and you could throw the softballs at the target to see they get dunked in the pool.
I would go in a dunk tank for my 50th.
And you get to heckle anybody.
Yeah,
everybody knows what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
No animals are harmed. You're not going to be harmed. You get to sit in a swim, and it's April. It could be interesting that time of day, but that'd be kind of fun.
I'd do a dunk tank too. Sure, why not? Yeah, I charge everybody $25 to throw it, and then I give all the money to charity. No, it's straight to.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
that's a good
straight
idea.
to the BMA Foundation and straight to Building Hope for Autism. Right
actually
there,
not a bad idea.
No, it's not. Now that we're talking about it, Dixon, if you got a guy with a zebra, you got to have a guy with a dunk tank too.
We're getting some texts here.
Tons of them.
Yeah, you only turned 50 once, Bob. It's not your wife's birthday. All caps, zebra.
Yeah. I told you, Mac, people would love the zebra concept.
Of course. I can't think of a reason not to have a zebra from the 815.
Right?
Yeah.
This comes from the 816. There's some dudes that have camels just south of Kansas City, Bob.
My mother, have the zebra.
He also has llamas. Your mom will be there, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then I'll be there.
Yeah. She says, yes, yes, have the zebra. Very memorable. Llamas spit.
Yep.
Yeah, they all poop.
Do they?
Though. So do camels.
Camels do too?
They told us that in Aladdin.
That's real then? They actually do spit at you?
Oh, yeah,
real. Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't want to.
You know me. It's your 50th. I'll be 40. I think I'm going to go to Cancun. You guys are invited. We can all just go.
Hello, America.
All inclusive. 40th birthday, right?
Yeah.
You do that. You set it up a year in advance. You pay for it all up front, or not all up front, but pay through it periodically. And then, by the time you go, it's basically free, right? At that point. Do whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah.
It's your 50th. You only turn 50 one time. You
I
want a
would
zebra,
think
have
so.
a damn zebra.
Thank you. That's where I am at this one. And
you're going to have somebody there that's going to be the caretaker of it.
Yeah, the guy's got it. Like the guy has a farm and he raises them, I guess. I don't know.
Now, it would be funny if you just put somebody in a referee outfit in the middle of your backyard.
Yeah.
Told you we're going to have zebras.
936 said we had drink donkeys.
What?
Yeah, I've got to look up what that.
What is a drink donkey? Did the donkeys walk around with drinks on their back like a burro and carry the...
I think that might be
That's kind of cool.
I think that might be what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, they walk around with like two compartments on either side with a bunch of coolers. Yeah, with coolers full of beer and drinks, and you walk around and you're like, all right, thank you.
That's insane.
Yeah, they're pretty popular for weddings, apparently.
No kidding. Why don't you have that at yours?
What the hell?
Somebody's just going to get a picture of Bob sitting on the zebra for a photo.
Well, if they allow it, I don't know. I don't know if the zebras are animals that you could ride.
Somebody says, don't get shot in the neck by a tranquilizer
I
dart.
know, that's it. Yeah. It's a dart, man.
You're crazy. You're effing crazy, man. Dude, you just took that right in the jugular. And I had no idea that Binkley knew that you were Jewish because last year he broke the glass and said L'chaim right when he got to your house for the party.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. He did. He did break. He brings a 6-pack of glass bottles, smashes them all over him.
Hey, beer just tastes better out of glass, Bob. That's crazy. Don't do whatever you want to do, man. Who cares? It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Somebody says Bob needs to dress up as P.T. Barnum. So Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Sorry, Jen. Love you, but
get bent.
And on that note, we'll get into somebody else who can get bent. 96.5 The Fan. You're over Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Ken Walker III, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying, hey, come see us. We got a second opinion for you. We're going to get you a second opinion because I know you've been told that you need surgery and it can feel like that's the only option. But remember this, once a joint's replaced, there is absolutely no going back. So before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Kansas City. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. And the whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery or better yet, avoiding it altogether. So don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are free. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off of 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
Hey, Kansas City, it's Johnny there. Everyone shopping New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram and Paola have been saving an unbelievable amount of money on brand new trucks, Jeeps, and SUVs that have slight cosmetic damage from the spring hailstorm. New Century has a wide variety of these vehicles left that are priced to sell. Save thousands and still receive all the factory incentives. Go see my friends at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram while these deals last. Remember, you'll always pay less in Paola.
See dealer for details.
BetMGM, official partner of Major League Baseball, is bringing the high heat all season long. All season long, you can log into the BetMGM app and receive top-tier promos that put you in the batter's box and up the excitement for America's pastime. Step up to the plate all season long with Swing for the Fences, the free-to-play game where every swing could score you rewards. We're talking parlay boost tokens, odds boost tokens, same-game parlay boost, and even bonus spins all season long. And the action doesn't stop there. Get more out of every at-bat and every inning with MLB's same-game parlay boost. Stack your picks and boost your potential payout. Plus, lock in bigger value with MLB odds boost tokens and MLB parlay boost tokens all season long. More boost, more swings, more chances to win. Download the BetMGM app and step up to the plate today. MLB trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Missouri only. Existing customer offers. Subject to eligibility requirements. Please gamble responsibly.
The Advent Health Championship is Casey's only PGA Tour event. Whether you're a golfer or you just want to be part of the fun, family-friendly event, see the future stars of the PGA Tour at Blue Hills Country Club, August 20th through 23rd. Ticket information at adventhealthchampionship.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-738-9900. That's 800-738-9900. 800-738-9900.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know. I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this. Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Kansas side, K10 eastbound, heavy past K7. Stay slow to Woodland, then sluggish to Renner with an accident. 35 southbound, accident reporting past 75th. Off again, on again, heavy coming down from Shawnee Mission Parkway. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
We're making all of our season-long NFL predictions during Futures Week, starting August 31st, right here on 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. All right, before we get into Colin Cowherd's take.
Wow, this is number 14 on the pro list of NFL players, top 100. Brian Burns at number 14. I mean, he's a really good player, but I think that's high.
16 and a half sacks last year.
Yeah, good point.
He did what Karlaftis was supposed to do, according to Matt McMullen.
Yeah, there was 4 or 5 Giants interviewing together, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, a couple of those guys, and they were asking each other about, the interview was asking them about traits that they like in them, and when they got to Brian Burns, one of them was like, he's a coach. He's a coach. He knows everything. 8 of his 16 and a half sacks last year were because he just knows the game.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was a cool nugget.
Yeah, that's how smart he is, that he knows exactly what was going to happen, and he was able to make the plays because he's so smart.
Yeah.
Damn.
Trade Rashee Rice for Brian Burns.
No.
Giants.
Get bent.
Yeah, for sure. So some news out of Chiefs camp, and for some information on Saturday, this comes via Matt Derrick. Chiefs quarterback Justin Fields taking first-team reps as starter Saturday. He's behind the first-team offensive line, which will be at left tackle Jalen Moore, left guard Kingsley Suamataia, center is Creed Humphrey, right guard Mike Caliendo, and right tackle Khalil Benson.
Mm-hmm.
So some notes out of there. Justin Fields probably playing for the number 2 quarterback position on the roster, seeing what Nussmeier does after he exits the game. I think there's some logic there. And then still no Trey Smith, still no Josh Simmons. So again, preseason game number 2, it doesn't matter. It's exhibition, all you want to call it. But that is your Saturday starting line and quarterback. It will be Justin Fields. It will be Jalen Moore, Kingsley, Creed, Caliendo, and Khalil Benson.
I wonder what Tampa's going to do from a starting standpoint as well in their game, and what they're going to do and how many plays and quarters their guys are going to see. Vita Vea just signed yesterday to a 1-year deal, so his hold-in is now officially over. I don't think we're going to see him probably in that game because he hasn't done anything yet. I wonder how long Baker's going to play in this one. I would imagine Baker probably plays at least the first quarter of this game. I'd love to see our defense get tested a little bit if that's possible. One thing I took away from Spags, it was either yesterday or the day before, they asked him about Peter Woods. He goes, I just didn't play him enough. I need to see more Peter Woods out there and see what he can do. But again, he had that ankle that he was nursing last week that you don't want to see get aggravated in a preseason game. So hopefully he's back to the level where we can actually get some more Peter Woods being played. And Mac, as you kept mentioning last week, playing alongside Chris Jones is something we really need to see as well.
100%. Yeah, greatly changes what he does and his responsibilities if 95's out there.
Yeah, major changes of his responsibilities. Makes the game easier for him.
Big time.
A little nugget here, as we always say, do nice things for people you never know. This comes from Taylor Burr of Fox 4. Xavier Worthy made a Young Chiefs Fans Day again, giving him an Xbox on the final day of training camp.
Sweet!
So that's always
cool.
Got to make somebody's day. Signs the Xbox, gives it to the kid. Dude. Kid's probably less than 10 years old. I mean, dude, ear to ear. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Favorite player, rest of his life.
Done. Yeah.
What a moment, man. Doing nice things.
Until he drops a pass and that kid's like, that guy sucks.
Well, he didn't drop the Xbox.
Yeah,
so
he gave you an Xbox.
But that's always awesome to see that. He's done that now year after year because they obviously take their game systems down there. He probably goes the local Walmart, just buys one, and then plays it down there during camp, and then it becomes some kids.
Yeah, game used. Yeah, that's even cooler. I thought it was a new one, but no. I mean, to have that's even cooler. Yeah, you get a game used, if you will, Xbox. That's neat. I love it.
The Chiefs just signed an offensive lineman?
Yeah, they did, but they also got rid of that Matt Walasco. They signed one guy and got rid of that other guy, Matt, that he talked about being injured at practice the other day. So
yeah, Kellen Deesh.
Yeah, it's a roster move. Bring in one offensive lineman, cut another.
6'7".
What?
He is 6'7".
That's a big offensive lineman.
That's a big boy.
That almost seems too tall.
Was Too Tall Jones too tall?
He was, yeah.
I missed those commercials a lot. Was Honest Abe honest? Does this dress make me look fat?
Wait, what was that for?
Yeah. Geico.
Geico, yeah.
That was a great one.
And then they went to the pig, and then they went to the gecko.
And never left.
Nope. We got that.
20 years later.
Speaking of never left, Colin Cowherd and hot takes.
I think people are forgetting what has happened to Patrick Mahomes over the last 3 years. Not last year, not 2 years, 3 years. His yards and touchdowns have decreased every year. Over the last 3 years, his passer rating's lower than Russell Wilson in that time. His completion percentage in that stretch is worse than Daniel Jones. I mean, Josh Allen doesn't have the trophies, but you get 35 touchdowns a year from Josh Allen. And everybody complains about Buffalo's general manager isn't as good as Kansas City's or Philadelphia's or the Seahawks or the Rams. So is it the roster or is it Mahomes?
Mac?
This guy is ridiculous.
Been hanging out with Steven Inspector.
Hanging out with Inspector for sure.
I sent this to Steven yesterday. Right, I just sent it blindly to Spector. I didn't add anything.
See, look, Bob.
I didn't add any commentary or anything like that, and I just sent that to Steven Spector, and his response back was,
Yeah, awesome.
Because he's been saying that Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes are the same quarterback.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's Spector's words, not mine. And now Colin Cowherd's saying it, so we know Spector has found himself a second job. Smart. And so he's writing material now for Colin Cowherd, and they're both doing it just to mess with you because that is as rage bait as it gets.
It is.
But for me, I know what he's doing because I do the same job. And so if you get out there and take the narrative that Patrick Mahomes is back, well, everybody has taken that narrative. So he's going to be different. He's going to compare it to what Patrick Mahomes has done over the last 3 years. Not that that matters going forward, but he's not wrong by saying those numbers. But if he thinks that Patrick Mahomes is one of these guys that is Russell Wilson, then he's out of his mind.
Yeah, using passer rating measures pass attempts, completions, passing yards, touchdown passes, and interceptions. It has nothing to do with success rate or down and distance or how many times you've got sacked or how many drop passes you've had. Like, there's so many things you can look into. Passer rating, I mean, that's just the most basic thing ever. I don't care about passer rating.
But it's low-hanging fruit. It's right there, and it shows Patrick Mahomes is the same as Russell Wilson. So that furthers the argument. He's able to go out there and do that and get guys like you to, get all rage bait about it. I laughed at it. I go, okay. I mean, this
of course.
Like, something like this is that's just stupid by Colin. Come on.
I just don't want Spector to feel vindicated.
No, he does, though. But he does. Because like I said, he's working a part-time job writing for Colin Cowherd. It's the only explanation. No two people on earth can think the same thing about Patrick Mahomes being the same guy as Russell Wilson. Spector clearly is sending takes to him.
He went from J-Mac to S-Spec.
S-Spec, yeah. Spector also thinks the Chiefs are going to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. How do they do that if Patrick Mahomes is Russell Wilson? They don't.
Wait. Hang on a second. He did say that?
Yeah, so he's like, oh, yeah, well, the Chiefs are going to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 seasons. Okay, well, that means Patrick Mahomes is the guy.
Yeah, then it's not
That's
Russell
how that
Wilson.
happens, because you also think this roster isn't that good, Spector, so make it make sense.
So he doesn't think the roster's good. He thinks Patrick Mahomes is Russell Wilson, but yet he still thinks the team's going to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. What the hell was that? How did he arrive at that?
Chiefs country, let's chop.
I mean, seriously, how did he arrive at that?
I don't know. He said that the other day in a meeting we were having, and I after the fact, I kind of thought, I was like, well, how does he?
It's probably the drugs. Got back issues, right?
Does Colin Cowherd know that Patrick Mahomes is on pace to set the all-time success percentage rate at 51.9%?
Wow.
That's all time.
Damn.
As of right now, it's all time.
Amazing.
Hello, America.
I didn't know if he saw that yet.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that because that defeats the argument.
52% of the time, his success rate is
awesome.
Just like throwing that out there.
That's so good.
Spec.
Say that again.
He has a 51.9 success rate. Means that 52% of the time makes Mahomes is successful with whatever he does. So more than half the time.
Yeah, I mean that's an insane.
And I'll look up Russell Wilson real quick for you, Spec. I know you're listening on your vacation.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Yeah. Russell Wilson's success rate all time is 45.4.
Oh my God. Where does Mahomes' success rate compare with the other quarterbacks in NFL history?
Well, it's the best all time right now.
Oh, it is the best all time.
It's in gold. I can tell you Tom Brady's.
Yeah.
Now, again, Tom Brady played for 45 years in the NFL. His success rate all time was 49.6.
That's really
Damn
good too.
good.
Yeah.
Damn
so more
amazing.
than every other play for Patrick Mahomes is positive yards. Got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, got it, Steven.
But, he's Russell Wilson. For reference, Peyton Manning's all-time success rate is 51.4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Stephen Cowherd, ladies and gentlemen. Colin Spector.
Steven Spector is Colin Cowherd. He is.
816 says Colin Cowturd can suck it.
Yeah, maybe we still have the cow turd drop in there anywhere.
I can look for it.
Also, I do like Colin, though. He is.
I love Colin.
No. And Bob's right to say that's the job, and that's how you do it, and you make it take. You find something, and you make it work. No, I get it.
And
I understand it.
you draw on emotion. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's
move.
why he's good.
Right. I wish Spector was writing that good it takes for us at times.
Well, he did get rid of the library. Coming up next, we get into more propaganda of Patrick Mahomes, plus Cyrus Allen seen in the backfield in today's camp. So we can talk about more Cyrus Allen as well here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Saquon Thornton, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control do such an unbelievable job that I want you to use them on your yard as well. But it's not just for the yard. We'll get to that in 1 second. The pest control side of things is beyond belief with Aspen Lawn and Pest Control because we had some mice in our house, and I've got 2 daughters and my wife and myself and my dog. I'm scared of mice. My wife is not. She'll go in there and take care of business. But the kids, they don't want to see those mice anymore. So what we did is we called Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. We said, we have some mice. They came out, put some traps outside of the house, and we have not had a mouse inside of our house since then. And not only is it keeping the mice out of our house, but that mosquito dome as well that keeps our yard free of ticks and fleas and all of that nasty stuff and mosquitoes. It's perfect for us. And we're able to enjoy our yard now because all the pests are gone, and Aspen has done such a great job making our yard the best lawn on the block. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Telly Tire and Auto Center's biggest sale of the year is back. The Tires at Cost sale. That's right. You pay what we pay, plus mounting and balancing for only $30 per tire. Reserve yours at TELLETire.com. Take care of your car. Take it to Telly. Additional charges apply for tire disposal and road hazard warranty.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Stories that will intrigue you, inspire you, and make you laugh.
He said, is there anything in your diet that might be spiking your blood sugar? I said, sometimes I eat pizza until I'm unconscious. He said, I think that might be it.
For real stories live on stage from comedians, astronauts, accountants, farmers, and people just like you, follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here with Rob Seid at Rob Seid Ford. Rob, I smell a grill. What's cooking?
Kevin, the grills are fired up, and so are the deals. Right now at Rob Seid Ford, it's the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event with the best deals we've had in the past 12 months.
Now that's saying something. What are we talking?
Employee pricing on virtually every new Ford on our lot, plus even more dealer discounts on top.
So how hot do these deals get?
Up to $17,500 off brand new F-150s at Rob Seid Ford, plus huge savings on Expedition, Explorer, Bronco Sport, Bronco, and more.
Wow, that's 5 alarm hot.
Exactly, and unlike Kevin's Burgers, these deals are coming out juicy.
All right, I walked into that one.
Shop Rob Seid Ford, Kansas City's top-rated Ford store on Google. 4.8 stars and nearly 3,500 reviews.
Rob Seid Ford, 135th and State Line, or robseid.com.
Buy right, Rob Seid.
Today, expect patchy fog in the morning, followed by mostly sunny skies with a high of 83.
Weather brought to you by Staples. It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
So I guess it's more that I feel that maybe this is just the time, and it feels like Josh's time to win.
Oh, I was waiting for more.
That's it.
That's it.
It's Josh's time.
Yeah, I guess it's more that I feel that maybe this is just the time, and it feels like Josh's time to win.
Yeah, it was Josh's time to win. He didn't take advantage of it.
That was back in 25. That wasn't even this year.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess it's still Josh's time?
I guess it's more that I feel that maybe this is just the time, and it feels like Josh's time to win.
Yeah. Probably does.
Shout out Kling.
Why do people continue to say that about Josh? And I'm not like taking a shot at Spectre here. Like everybody said, well, it's just Josh Allen's time. It's this guy's time. No, it's not. It's not your time until you go out there and do it. We're all not guaranteed just because you're one of the better quarterbacks right now in the NFL. You're not guaranteed a championship. You still have to go out there and do it.
It's a slow sports day.
Yeah.
Ba-doo-boo.
Yeah. Yep.
That's Sesame Street. That sounds like Big Bird. Does that not sound like Big Bird?
A little bit, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's a slow sports day.
Yeah.
Ba-doo-boo.
That's fun. Must be a slow sports day. You guys are talking about a zebra.
This is going to make Mac very horny. Noah Williams with multiple interceptions today via Matt McMullen. It's a lighter 10-10-10 practice, so not full speed, but still good to see.
Still good to see.
Yeah.
Still good to see.
He's been a beast, man.
Call Kling, see if he knows what that 10-10 practice is. And don't tell us if anybody knows. We don't want to know. Dusty doesn't know. I don't know. Mac probably does, but like I don't know what the hell that
I think
means.
the best part about figuring that whole thing out is that it was created by Andy Reid.
I did not know that part. That is cool.
So nobody else is doing this other than Andy. It's a practice invented by Andy. Oh, okay. Very good. That's why they always do it, I guess.
Also, today is Carrington Harrison's birthday, so
Hey,
make sure you wish
happy
him
birthday.
happy birthday. And for his birthday, he had Jay Binkley do the drive.
That's right. Jay Binkley today and tomorrow
Is it-
on the drive.
I don't know whose birthday it is. Jay's or Carrington's.
Jay's like, I get a birthday gift for Carrington's birthday. This is cool.
Well, that's cool. So J. Cole was last night. He got to go to J. Cole, kind of a birthday thing. And then, off today. That's awesome.
Hey, off today and tomorrow, I think, is what Binkley said. He's going to be doing the drive. Or at least I saw that.
Shallow. She's shallow with the blank. She's shallow.
Yeah, I wonder how it was. I'll have to ask.
It looked like it was rowdy. Like everybody was into it, like standing up the whole time. I saw a bunch of people like on IG and Snapchat. They looked like they were having a good time.
It was my wife's birthday yesterday.
Shout out Siobhan.
I killed it, boys.
What'd you do?
Very well.
Did you get her a zebra?
I got 2 gold bracelets. I told her about the Jonas Brothers concert that I've already secured tickets for.
Didn't
Took her
you
out
already
to a nice dinner?
Like just get married and spend all this money? Man, look at you.
Yeah.
Must be nice to be living in your tax bracket with no children.
Exactly right.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to. You guys have birthdays like almost like backdoor to each other.
Yeah, that's close. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. For my wife's birthday, I got her a piece of string and tied it around her wrists. There you go.
You like you like to drop these thanks for listenings?
Yeah.
From the 75. Speaking of slow sports day, did you see the headline of ESPN of the Oklahoma State coach killing an armadillo in his yard last night?
That was a while ago.
Okay,
I'll give him. That was a while ago. I mean, that was at least an hour or so ago that I did say like, last night at 10 o'clock, ESPN sends a push notification allegedly saying that the Oklahoma State has shot and killed an armadillo in his backyard.
Why do I think of Joe Pesci from My Cousin Vinny when he keeps hearing all the animal noises? He goes out there, the gun.
It just starts firing away. Like, honest to God, and I don't know the answer to this question. When I moved to South Texas out of school in 1999, I remember driving down I-35, and the deeper you got into Texas, you started to see more of these armadillos everywhere. Now I see them all over the roads, and like when you're driving to the lake, they're everywhere. What does an armadillo do, and why would you shoot the armadillo?
Yeah, do you eat them? Are they?
I don't think you do, because I think I did ask that once, and they go, no, there's not enough like good meat on the armadillo to eat. So like, why would you shoot an armadillo? That's what I'm asking. Like, I don't know what an armadillo does.
An armadillo spends most of its time digging in the dirt for food, sleeping in underground burrows named Joe, and using its tough, bony shell to protect itself.
Okay,
so that's why you shoot.
So he's digging into your yard. It's ruining your yard. So it's like a mole, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
Yeah, it comes out at night.
But why is that a news story?
Eats bugs, uses a sticky tongue.
But like, why does ESPN feel the need to send a push notification at 10 o'clock at night for something like
Slow
that?
Sports Day. It runs and jumps, swims and floats, and rolls into a ball.
Yeah, it definitely does, because when they get hit on the side of the road, they roll up into that ball, and you see the ball of an armadillo lying over there.
Well, I know that there used to be a place, I don't know if it's still there, it's like on the outer road of I-70, the Brass Armadillo.
Yeah, Brass Armadillo. Yeah. That was like an antique mall, though.
Yeah, they used to have the Das boots there, and we found that out. We all went and bought one.
So... Again, what am I missing with this story?
They're an armored mole. Is the way I'm
kind of. Okay,
that's kind of how I feel like what
works.
they are.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true.
But so what if this guy shot one in his yard last night? Is he bringing it to practice and saying, we're all going to be armadillos this season?
Apparently, they carry leprosy.
Okay.
What college is the armadillo? Is
Oklahoma State?
No.
Oh no, with Coach.
No. Isn't there like an armadillo mascot? San Antonio. Ace the armadillo. Okay.
Ace.
For what?
San Antonio College. I don't know why I knew that. I knew there was an armadillo. I knew there was.
I never even heard of San Antonio College, and I lived there for 2 years.
Texas State University, the Fighting Armadillos.
That's a fake. That's a movie. That's like I think that's a movie.
Fun fact about armadillos from the 816: they jump scare. So when you're driving down the road, and one is in the middle of the road, you can drive over the top of them.
No.
No.
Don't drive over the top of anything. You don't know if it's going to jump up or in the underneath of your car.
Armored possum is what some people are saying.
Speaking of weird animal facts, did you know platypus? The platypus. I don't know the I don't want to. I mean the platypuses, the platypi.
Yeah, I think they're called platypi.
Platypi. Yeah. They produce milk, but they don't have nipples.
What?
Yeah,
I have nipples. Greg.
I was just. You produce some milk, Dusty?
I mean, you can milk anything with nipples.
Hello, America.
Yeah.
Where does the milk come out of the platypus?
It oozes through their pores and their skin.
Yeah, no, that's why we don't have platypus milk.
They call it.
What whack job's going to start peddling that for a way to get gut health better? Drink platypus milk. It comes right out of their pores.
It's called Puggles.
Gross.
Gross.
So, like, if it's platypus milk, is there a shortened word for that? Like how there's skim milk, would it just be called plat or?
Yeah, plat or.
I've been getting pounded this morning. All right, back to sports. Cyrus Allen yesterday made another spectacular catch against Mansour Delane, which kind of took the social media to a frenzy, which he has done a very good job of doing so far in this camp, as I think he was the number one camp darling this year. For Cody and Gold.
I mean, who would be number 2 at this point in time, right?
Maybe your boy Peter Woods or maybe Khalil Benson. That would probably be my top 3 camp darlings.
Okay, yeah.
But
or R. Mason.
Which we told
R.
that.
Mason too.
Yeah, which we've been told, obviously that Peter Woods, second round pick, can't really be a camp
First
darling.
round pick.
First round pick can't really be a camp darling in that sort of regard.
Yeah.
But Cyrus Allen ran away with it, not even close. But it seemed like it was part 3 yesterday of this ongoing, novel that we were seeing of number 13 at wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. Today, seen in the backfield doing misdirections and stuff like that. So we kind of wonder where that might, come to fruition when it comes to the regular season.
Just roll it all out for us right now, man. Get us all excited about it. It's so good what they're doing with this guy.
But it is impressive because I know that it's against your own team and it's all that sort of stuff. But the thing that's impressive about it the most is that was your number 1 pick. That's the 6th overall pick in the draft who runs a 4.38. And Cyrus Allen got around him, made the catch, tracked the ball, and Mahomes put it on a dot. So that lets me know 3 things. Cyrus Allen has speed to compete in the NFL. That's not just camp speed.
Right. No, it's not.
Number 2, if Mansour Delane is a guy that we think can be the guy in this secondary, you have that to go on to. And then number 3, it's showing me that Mahomes and him are somewhere on a page that we didn't think they'd be at this point in the season, because he's able to know exactly where to put it, have it in stride, one-handed catch on the sideline. His know-withal of the field is there as well. There's a lot to keep going with Cyrus Allen, but so far so good, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, look, that catch yesterday, I'm more wowed by that throw being as perfect as it was. I mean, you think you could do 10 times out of 10? How many times is that pass perfect like that? I don't know the
Wilson,
answer. 9 out of 10. Russell Wilson probably. Yeah, Specter's texting. Russell Wilson makes that throw 10 times out of 10. I'm like, whatever. So that pass coupled with the knee injury, right? We've heard so many people, he's not going to be able to throw the deep ball anymore. He's lost the deep ball. Yep. That was as perfect a deep ball as I've ever seen Patrick Mahomes play. The coverage was right there in oven mitts. It was just crazy to see these guys. I love when they do stuff like that, put oven mitts on them, or the porta potty drill from back in the day. That ball was placed so perfectly. Cyrus Allen looked like a veteran the way he was tracking that ball, too. Guys, I'm going to continue to go back to this. It's all about teaching. It's all about learning. They've got good teachers now on offense at those positions that were lacking over the last couple of years, from the wide receivers and the running backs for that matter as well. Maybe if you have DeMarco Murray as your running back coach last year, you don't get a guy running into the backside of the offensive line every single time, letting these guys know, hey, you got to hit the hole, not that guy's backside. So the coaching, the teaching, the learning, you can already see it, and I guarantee you that Cyrus Allen wouldn't be this good if we didn't have Chad O'Shea here as that wide receiver coach. He'd be good, but he's taking it to the next level because they have the right coach in place right now.
Yeah, there was a great clip of him the other day, Chad O'Shea, and it was just it's so night and day.
Oh,
man.
It's so good.
So night and day.
But again, guys, we didn't know who the wide receiver coach was a year ago. That guy was never mic'd up. He was never around. We never talked about him.
Yeah, for a reason.
And for a reason.
The one time he did have that interview, it went viral because he sounded like an 18-year-old surfer.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Was that the last time he talked?
No, it was a couple years ago. It was at the end of a I can't remember. Can't remember when it was. It was a couple years ago. I think it was. I don't think it was last season. But
and they had Connor Embry talk to the media.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just like literally is what he sounded like.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I was like, what is going
on?
on?
Let it hang, dude. We got Mahomes.
I mean, then you look at Chad O'Shea, and he's. I mean, that's the difference again between a student doing well in a class and a student not doing well. It's that teacher. That teacher, you got to have that connection with that teacher. You got to have a teacher that's passionate. You have to have a teacher that knows the subject matter. Like if I went into a classroom right now and started teaching algebra, those kids would be terrible at algebra. And they'd be like, oh, these kids are dumb. No, it's the teacher that sucked. And that's on Andy Reid for putting the wrong guy in charge.
Every student. Blow it out your ass, Mr. Fescoe.
Yeah. All right, X equals Y. That's what it's like, and that's what the Chiefs were doing for the last couple of years. With all of these young wide receivers that they had, it's no wonder none of them took off. They had Bob Fescoe teaching them algebra.
The other thing, too, is, what do you do if Cyrus Allen does what Jay Binkley thinks he can do?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It depends, because it looks like they're going to use him a lot. I mean, the way where she rises and the availability, and then you think, all right, who else is going to be out there? Tyquan Thornton, obviously he was in pads again yesterday, but the hamstring, always concerns you. And Xavier Worthy, with the lingering stuff that he's got on. So Cyrus is going to get his chance. So, 850 in yards, maybe.
850.
Yeah.
Whew. Is that awesome or is that a problem? Is where I look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got to think that Kelsey's going to have. I'm gonna say over under 650 yards for Travis Kelce this year.
I'd like to take the under, but I think it's going to be over.
I'm going to go over.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's Rashee Rice, Worthy, and then aforementioned Tyquan Thornton. No mention of Cyrus Allen. If he has 850 yards, does that mean that he has just arrived and he's just that guy? Or does that let you know that either Rice or Worthy we've seen the best of those two?
I don't think we've seen the best of those two yet. I really don't. I don't think we've seen the best of Rice and Worthy at all. I think they're going to have a good year this year, again, because of the coaching and all that. And then I think next year is when we can say, okay, now we've got ourselves some wide receivers. But I don't think we're going to see the best of those guys. When I see the best of those guys, that means it's like the end of those guys. So I think they're going to continue to trend upward after this season. I would hope so anyway.
Yeah, I'd hope so too. The team needs him to,
Yeah.
right? They need to keep going, need to keep getting better. I think Xavier Worthy's a guy that you have to scheme open. That's what I feel. That's my budding take with Xavier Worthy. We see Cyrus Allen on that Mansour Delane play. Like that's a guy with already amazing release right off the line of scrimmage, getting open by himself. I think Xavier Worthy that has tools to be really useful in an offense, but I don't think he's just gonna beat someone one-on-one by himself. I think you have to scheme him open. If you have other weapons around him, which he hasn't really had, also hasn't played as much, he might be a huge weapon as a number 2, number 3 wide receiver. But 850 yards, to what Binkley said, I mean, that would have been third last year in rookie yardage. Tetero McMillan.
He doesn't go by Tet.
Over 1,000. Yeah, my bad. His mom made sure we all knew that. Over 1,000 yards. Emeka Egbuka, 938. So then 850 would have been third in the league above Tyler Warren.
So quick math, if you guys think.
For rookies.
For rookies. Thank you.
So 4,100 yards for Mahomes. You'd be okay with that?
Yeah.
41, yeah.
Okay. Let's say that Cyrus Allen has 850. You say that Travis Kelce, let's say 750 for Travis Kelce, right?
Okay.
That means there's 2,500 yards left for Mahomes to throw to. Split between Thornton, Walker, DeMercado, Rice, and Worthy.
Emmett Johnson.
So there's 2,500 yards left on the table. If he throws for 4,100 and 750 go to Travis and 850 go to Cyrus.
Well, I'm going to give 1,200 to Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,100, 11 or 1,200 probably. Yeah.
That leaves you with 1,300 yards passing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1,300. Leaves you with, 1,300.
Okay, yeah, 1,300. Yeah. Then I'll right? And then 600 to 700 for Xavier. And then,
is that okay if Cyrus Allen out yards Xavier Worthy?
Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't care who gets the targets. I'm not a fantasy football player. I'm a win games guy. I don't give a rat's ass who leads this team in targeting. I don't care where they were drafted. I don't care about any of it, man. Whoever steps up and plays big, let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you. It'd just be the other side would be disappointing for that first round pick Xavier not to be living up to it. But yeah, let's say 600 or 700 yards for him. So what does that leave you? 700 or 600 yards left?
Yeah.
All right, 600 yards to all the running backs.
Yeah,
ish.
Because I think
Tyquan Thornton, I guess. Yeah.
Ken Walker had 235, I think, last year. I put it in a tweet earlier about Ken Walker's stats last year. I think it was 230 something. You would assume that might be there. Brashard Smith's going to be out there. DeMercado's going to be out there.
So yeah, maybe it's 300 or 400 to the running backs, and the other 300 or 400 to Tyquan Thornton.
Because this comes from Jay Binkley via text. Cyrus against man-to-man when running routes against man-to-man coverage last season. Allen had a 75% success rate according to Reception Perception.
Jesus,
Reception Perception. That's a great handle.
Yeah, that is.
75% success rate, though, seems very nice.
That's very high.
Yeah.
And that's in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
last pick of the draft, like whatever.
I like to see all those people in their fantasy drafts picking Cyrus Allen a lot higher than what they're saying on
now,
social
again,
media.
you can base this on Kansas City drafts, but
Yeah.
this was like, I'm based in Kansas City. I assume most of my, if not all of my followers are Kansas City based. And the majority of them were saying, like, yeah, this would be a guy that, like, I'd wait and play, or I would wait and see, or I would stash. There will be, Mac, in our drafts, there will be people that will take Cyrus Allen 10th, 11th round.
Yep.
And I don't hate that. Now, again, depending on what you did with the rest of your draft, right? If you went receiver heavy and you wait till like those later ends of the draft where it's like 10 or 11, you're like, okay, this is where I'm going to take Dak, or this is where I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers, because I don't really plan on my quarterback putting up numbers. But I don't know, man. I think Cyrus Allen, and again, we talked to Ben Maurer off the record, and I was like, do you know who Cyrus?
It's like, I don't hear any of those NFL insiders trying to tell you to slow play it or anything like that. Sometimes you just happen to get, I don't even want to say dumb luck because it's hard work by the scouts, but sometimes you just get fortunate and find a guy that nobody else is looking at who's just sitting there in the 5th round for you. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his actual over-under for yards, Cyrus Allen.
Oh, you're going to have to dig deep on that. Just send an email to Jimmy, and he'll send it to you, because he always says at the end of his emails, if you need anybody individually, let me know.
Yeah, because you're right. You're not going to be able to get it.
No, you would not have him on the board at anything. So that's when you're going to have to seek out. Shoot Jimmy an email. Ask him what it is.
No, I will. Yeah, I think 850's too high. I will say that. Really like Cyrus Allen, but I'm more in that 6-ish range.
I mean, again, that's where we get the double-digit sack stuff. 850. Oh, that doesn't sound like a lot. That's like 50 yards a game, or 100 yards a game, or whatever you want to say. That's a lot. Yeah,
that's a lot.
And somebody says, on the text line, Dusty not like Emmett Johnson. He's got to be 2 ahead of DeMercado and Smith. I don't believe so. Not yet.
No, I agree.
I think that we see this every year. There's a running back that looks good, and then it comes back to, can he block? Can he be there? Can he protect? I think it's DeMercado as of right now.
Yep.
And I think he's competing with Brashard Smith of who the number 3 is. Again, Emmett Johnson is a rookie. He looks really good against the Rams. I'm not taking that away from him. But I am high on Emmett Johnson. I just think I know where this team tends to go. They signed Ken Walker. They signed DeMercado. They drafted drafted Brashard Smith 2 years ago, but they drafted Emmett Johnson this year out of Nebraska. I hope. I mean, I'm not down on him.
Yeah, of course.
I just know the trend of this team, and DeMercado is going to be that guy. Whether you like it or not, that's just the way the Chiefs are going to run things.
Completely agree.
Or DeMercado just gets cut, and we go, why did we even sign this guy? It's one or the other.
Like Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, exactly. Andy Reid spoke, according to Nate Taylor. Mahomes, Trey, Josh Simmons, and Ashton Gelati will not play in the exhibition game. Justin Fields will play into the second quarter, they're saying. Well, whatever that means.
Well, he kind of has to. You have him, Nussmeier, and Oladokin.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. So
Nussmeier would have played more last week, but he got that little injury or whatever it was. He got a little hiccup.
Oladokin should play next week when he can audition himself.
Mac, I did find the audio of Connor Embry last year talking about the wide receivers.
Bro, just drop in, just ride the barrel and get pitted. So pitted.
There you go. We'll wrap this show up on the other side on a fun Thursday here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jaden Candy, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, my friends over at Hy-Vee are ready for Chiefs season. I'm ready for Chiefs season. Everybody's ready for Chiefs season. And the way to get even more ready for game day is to go visit my friends over at Hy-Vee, because they have everything you need for this Chiefs season. Whether you're doing home gates, whether you're going out to Arrowhead, it doesn't matter. Hy-Vee has got you covered. You can get everything you need for game day in one easy stop at Hy-Vee. We're talking ribs, wings, party trays, dips, and of course, those amazing Chiefs-themed cookies and cakes. Plus, guys, they got a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. And Hy-Vee has a huge selection of official Chiefs gear in every size and style for the entire family. You get your food, you get your gear, you get everything you need for football season over at Hy-Vee. So let Hy-Vee do all of that game day shopping as well. Just place your order online and schedule your pickup or delivery. It is a total game changer. So get ready for this Chiefs season. Whether you're going to home gate, whether you're going to be out at the stadium, do it with Hy-Vee.
Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are trying to do something awesome, and that's uniting the entire city. That's right. Their mission is to build strong partnerships between our members, our business partners, our customers, and our community. And there's zero cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. So if you're an architectural sheet metal contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. And when you partner with us, you're connected to elite craftsmanship. Our members install metal roofing, siding, and decorative features on our region's most landmark buildings, like the top of Bartle Hall, the Kaufman Performing Arts Center, and that iconic crown out at Kauffman Stadium. They'll provide manpower specifically for the architectural sheet metal community. And there's no downside. It's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how to grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Dynasties aren't built overnight. They're built one smart move at a time. At Main Street Credit Union, our certified financial counselors turn your hopes for someday into a game plan that starts today. Schedule a financial counseling session with one of our certified financial advisors to draw up the right financial play for you. Main Street Credit Union. Real people, real progress. Join us at mainstreetcu.org.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Hey, Kansas City, it's Johnny there. Everyone shopping New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Paola have been saving an unbelievable amount of money on brand new trucks, Jeeps, and SUVs that have slight cosmetic damage from the spring hailstorm. New Century has a wide variety of these vehicles left that are priced to sell. Save thousands and still receive all the factory incentives. Go see my friends at New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram while these deals last. Remember, you'll always pay less in Paola.
See dealer for details.
Back here on 96.5 The Fan, coming up in studio, Alex and Cody and Headband Drew.
Was he working out before the show today?
I don't know. If you did 10 to 2, would you do a workout before or after?
Yes, I would go. I'd be like my wife. I'd get there probably at 5 a.m., go get my workout in and get on with the day. Yeah.
Did you ever do like a 3 a.m. workout?
You know, you and I talked about that, and I did it twice. I got up and ran on the treadmill downstairs in the basement, and I just decided there's no reason to do that.
3 o'clock in the morning. Gotta get these steps.
That was a good treadmill.
Shut up, Dad.
No, they couldn't hear them. I mean, they're upstairs, and I was down in the basement, and so you close the door and you keep it quiet, but it's like, it's too early to get up and do that kind of stuff.
Can you guess what song played last at camp?
Closing Time.
Correct. Mac, who sings it?
I don't know.
Semisonic.
Semisonic.
One and only song they ever had.
Oh, yeah. That was it.
That's all that mattered.
Yeah.
That was what the 90s was full of, was just one-hit wonders.
I think every decade has that. You know, you got your like the Beatles, Rolling Stones, all one-hit wonders. ABBA.
She loves the Beatles, and I love the Stones.
Yeah, that was, 1999 is when I graduated college, and I remember the chancellor gave the keynote for us. My sister had Bono at her graduation. I had the chancellor of KU at mine give the keynote, and the difference.
She had Kyle Isbell?
Yeah, she did. It was awesome. Yeah, and so I look at that what he said, and that was his line in the speech. It's closing time. You can't go home, but you can't stay here. So get the F out. Like what? Thanks. Way to send you out to the real world. You know.
That's fair.
What do you think the best? This is just the music database. What do you think the best one-hit wonder is?
It's the outfield.
No, it's
Chumbawamba.
I think it's going to be "Come On Eileen" is probably number one on that list. Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba's up there. Hanson's, Mbop has to be on that list. And then the one that everybody hates is the one. Oh, man.
I would have sworn it would have been the outfield. I don't want to lose your love. Like, I don't want to lose you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing these, but this may be a bad list.
Okay, what's number one on the list?
Macarena.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is number two.
Bum, bum.
Yep.
Coneheads made that popular.
Oh, Come On Eileen, was that what someone said?
Yeah, I said Come On Eileen.
That's three.
Yeah, we used to listen to this in college at the wheel all the time. Great song.
This is number 4.
That's 4?
No, this is 4. Play it.
Play it.
Play it, man.
What do you mean play it live?
Oh, Right Said Fred. Yeah.
On the catwalk.
Yeah.
That's where Jack Caglione hit one earlier in the season in Tampa.
No, that was the D ring.
The D ring.
The D ring, yeah. The D ring, yes.
That's what Mac bought.
What else we got?
I've been pounded this week. Okay, after that, you've got, this is another good one.
I love this song. Oh, yeah. I discovered this song in America.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We can give you credit for this.
Yeah, I don't want the credit for it, but it was unbelievable. I mean, I was working minor league baseball, and we had this guy, Eliezer Alfonso, for the New Jersey Cardinals. He made it to the big leagues. Guy. And he wanted that song played. And he came from, I think, the Dominican. He goes, there's this band down in the Dominican that plays this song. They sent me to New York City to find this album. And I did. And it's the original one. Like 6 months later, we're in Lawrence at school, and all of a sudden this song comes on the radio. And my friend Drew looks at me, who came out to New Jersey that summer. He's like, oh, my God, what is happening here? I go, I don't know, man, but now this song is all of a sudden popular 6 months after we were playing it for this guy's walk-up song.
Wow.
Yeah, by the original, whoever it was back in 98. Months later, the Baja Men take this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I got the original version. And I probably still have that CD somewhere. I'm going to have to look for that. Oh, good one.
Mm-hmm. Want to guess what his real name is?
Like, I know what it is, but it's something like John Johnson or something weird.
John Johnson.
It is not John Johnson.
It's
like Rob Van Dinkle or
That's
something
it.
like that.
No, it's something like that, yeah.
And then his explanation, whenever you get bored and you're like on the John, look up his, it's like an interview on like some late night show, like Dateline or something like that. And he's like, so a lot of people are saying that you have stolen the Queen and David Bowie, and he's like, no. He's like, theirs goes doon 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 doon. Mine goes doon 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 deen doon. There's that little kid. You're like, what? You have lost, sir. Like, you lose. Good day, sir.
But at least I give him credit, though. He's in on the bit now of who he is, right?
Right.
Rob Van Winkle, that's his name.
Rob Van Winkle.
Him and what's his name? Why am I drawing him like the guy from Star Trek?
Oh,
Shatner. He's in on the bit too. Like once you're in on the bit, it's better. The William Shatner thing that he's doing with Shatting. Have you seen this?
Mm-hmm.
The commercials with that, hysterical. Be in on the bit. It's better that way.
Man, we are getting everybody's one-hit wonders. American Pie, Don McLean. Lance says, "Who Let the Dogs Out?" Somebody. Nope, that's not a song. Jump Around by House of Pain. Mambo number 5.
Lou Bega.
The Proclaimers, 5,000 Miles. Family had hit a great region of that. Return of the Mac by Mac Morrison.
Great song. One of the greatest songs ever.
Then somebody says The Way by Fastball.
Great song, too. I love that song.
Depressing song, but yes, great song.
Is it really?
I believe it is about a couple that decides to commit suicide in a car, kind of similar to Thelma and Louise.
Oh, no kidding. I always
Cliff
loved
Clavin
that
in
song.
the house, baby.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs of the 90s. And now you're telling me it's that. I'm like, oh, man.
Well, I mean, by Ben Folds, The Brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, song's about abortion. Which I never knew that. I was like, she's a brick, I'm drowning slowly. So she's taking me down with her, and I'm drowning with her. But it's like, you think of it's like lightning crashes.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Yeah,
same song.
I love that song, too. I'd rather not know what songs are about, to be honest
That's
with
always
you.
an interesting thing because I don't think Bob Dylan is a good singer, but by gosh, can he write
writer,
songs, man.
yeah.
Like all the words, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. And you hear it, it's like, I like grass and mowing. And you're like, okay, this is really terrible. Like, 6 weeks after listening to Bob Dylan. But yeah, man, I could have.
Hurricane's one of the greatest songs ever, though. I mean, that song by Bob Dylan is phenomenal.
Somebody says one of the best one-hit wonders is JAC by Cody Tapp. Followed up by the next text, Brett Beachtown by Bob Fescoe.
That's not a one-hit wonder. We got a lot of those
Oh, yeah,
hits.
we got more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
We got O. Manning from back in the day, too.
Choosing Texas.
Yeah, Choosing Texas.
I
can
agree
tell
with this
you.
texter too. Fastball is not a one-hit wonder. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. They got
that might have been their biggest song.
Yeah.
Duncan Sheik is another one-hit wonder from the 90s, Barely Breathing.
Barely Breathing,
I always thought that
yeah.
was Ross from Friends that sang that song.
Oh, I could see that.
Eagle Eye Cherry, Save Tonight, banger.
Yeah, there's an MTV Classic channel now that I have, and I'm watching all these old videos from the 90s. We don't have that anymore.
Pop-up video.
That was so good.
Man.
You learned so much on pop-up video.
You think I didn't watch that?
Right, I know. I was just saying, you were probably dialed in. The pop-up video was great.
I was on that like Mac was watching routes in college.
Yeah.
And you see this guy like, dude, we have a test in 2 hours. Yeah. But this guy hit this out hitch. Like, you have to see this. But no, it's Saturday, Bucks, Kansas City. Tomorrow's Friday. We're excited for that as well.
Woo.
Advent Health Championship at Blue Hills Country
Is
Club.
Dana
starts
playing
today.
in this?
No, didn't qualify.
She didn't?
No, didn't qualify.
I thought she'd be in this thing.
No, unfortunately not. The Sign by Ace of Base.
Good song, but Ace of Base isn't a one-hit wonder.
No. All She Really Wants is another one of theirs.
All that she wants is a bowl of gravy. Tomorrow, because all that she wants is a bowl of gravy. Hey.
But yeah, so we got the
Love
announcement today. Justin Fields going to play into the second quarter. No Josh Simmons.
Oh,
no
the
Trey
tweet
Smith.
by Pro Football Talk just came out. Patrick Mahomes will not play on Saturday. No
you.
kidding,
Thanks.
Mike.
Savage Garden, also not a one-hit wonder. Truly, Madly, Deeply.
Yes, good song.
And then Cherry Cola, or whatever that song's called. So they had two. Give them credit. But no, good show today. Have fun. Cody and Gold in studio. They're both wearing pants.
What?
Yeah, you'll see. Right when I walked out, I said, oh, you're really embellishing being back at AC. You're wearing pants.
Pants?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a short show. Royals at 1:10 today as they go for the sweep of a 4-game series against the A's.
So the Chiefs got a 10-10-10 practice, and Cody and Gold get a short show today?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
That's right, yeah. And they're all wearing pants.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Pants on the ground.
Yeah,
Pants
that's a
on the
one-hit
ground.
wonder right
Like
there.
a fool with your pants on the ground. Pants on the ground with your hat turned sideways. Pants.
Who was the guy that, where that girl
William
was living
Hung.
in the basement for that long, and he said, I had ribs with the guy? That turned into a song. Remember that one?
I don't know that song.
Yeah, Henry and Jay used to play it all the time on their show. That guy in Cleveland where that girl was being kidnapped next door, and they didn't know, and she was in there for like 20 years. You don't remember that story?
I think I'm going on a rabbit hole after the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great rabbit hole story. This girl was held captive in a basement for 20 years, and then they interviewed the neighbor. He's like, I used to have ribs with this dude. I had no idea. And it turned into this whole song.
What kind of ribs were they? Find out tomorrow on Friday's show.
I mean, imagine hanging with your neighbor for 20 years, and he was keeping people hostage in the basement.
Well, it's like the Dahmer documentary. His neighbor.
Yeah.
I just thought they were ham sandwiches. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Real quote from the real documentary of that.
BBL stinky.
I just couldn't imagine, dude, finding that out 4 years later. I'd be like, I am effed in the head, dude.
I don't know what I would do.
Somebody said it's dead giveaway, Bob.
Dead giveaway. That's right. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Somebody says I need Dusty on my music trivia night. Let me know anytime. I'll join you. I love music trivia. I love you all for joining the show.